Greetings! In the Fallen, I am here with brother and dog. We have Mozzarella 6, and we're ready to continue Chapter 4 Steins Gate. Hi, dog. I was going for the dog. Okay. Let's see how today. What the hell?
Yes, there.
I spent the next morning doing laundry at the nearby laundromat. When I returned to lab just past noon, Daru, Mayuri, and Katsu are all assembled.
Coming now.
Told you it's too late now. Hey, what are you talking about?
Wibbly wobbly.
Kilma. Kilma.
Hey, don't forget your Discord chat if you want to use it.
Empty.
土曜日なのにご苦
I
労。
love it.
研究熱心なラボメンばかりで頼もしい限りだ。
そうよね。夏真っ盛りのこの時期にバカンスにも行かずにこんな暑苦しい場所で変態どもと話してるなんて。
Hey.
どこで選択を誤ったんだろう。
He's really giving us a verbal beatdown.
涙を拭け。友達が一人もいない実験大好きっ子よ。
He's just saying it to get on her nerves.
Hmm?
Just saying it to get a rise out of her.
I know. It's, how rude. I see at least one friend in this picture.
泣いたらんわ。だいたいメールで呼びつけたのはあんただろ。
いかにも俺だ。だが律儀にそれに従い、こうして時間通りにラボへ来たのはお前の意志だ。
クリスちゃんはね、本当はとっても素直で真面目な女の子なんだってマユシーは思う
Oh, he's so kind. Mary smiles as she eats nuggets from McDonald's.
な。そんなクリスちゃんがね、マユシーはとっても愛おしいのです。
ナゲット食べながらいきなり何言い出すのよこの子。
Don't let it bother you, that's just Mary's nature. I've been with her for a long time, so I'm used to it.
ユリフラグですね。わかります。
It's a flag!
わからんでよろしい。
はい、クリスちゃんにナゲット1個あげるね。
あ、ありがとう。
While listening to their heartwarming banter, I go to put on my laundry on the table. However,
そんなところに置くなよ。 汚いな。
洗濯済みだ。
知るか。年頃の女子がいる前にパンツを含む洗濯物を堂々と置くのはデリカシーなさすぎだろって言ってんの。
変態。
俺のパンツが気になってしょうがないのならばそう言え。
気になってなんかないわよ。
二人ともパンツパンツ言うの禁止。マユシーは食事中なんだよ。
そうは言いつつも口にナゲットを運ぶ手は止めないのな。
俺の話の腰を折るな。
And putting my laundry in the changing room.
昨日ダルには話したが、これまでの一連の実験の結果を受けて気づいたことがある。D メールには不確定要素が強すぎるということだ。結果に対する確実な保証がない。
He's not 100% positive that Luca's a good girl yet. And he's too afraid to actually check.
No, my comment is this. Emails have too many uncertain variables. We can never be sure what will happen when we send one.
Right.
Yeah? We covered this when we first started talking about it. When the whole chaos theory butterfly effect thing. You
Yeah,
dumbass.
when I was talking about Hook's art style, you know how her Crease's hair, really all their hair, has those patterns in it. Yeah,
Everything has those patterns in it?
yeah, but it's really visible in, like, say, Crease's hair. Because I just pay attention, most attention to it. No, still.
しょうがないんじゃない？受け取った側がどういう対応をするかに結果が委ねられているんだから。逆に言えば相手の性格、性質を分析し誘導させることだって可能かもしれないし、そういう心理学的な要素を考えるのはどこぞの法王院パンツさんには無理かもしれないけど。
マキセ氏さ、パンツって言いたいだけちゃうんかと。
パンツはともかくとして D メールにまだ博打のような感覚があるのは確実。
I need a more reliable time machine before I can expose CERN and the organization and plunge the world into chaos.
そこで今回諸君に集まってもらったのは他でもない。本日の円卓会議の議題は
またいつの間にか円卓会議にされてるし。
Missing my mic.
そんなに円卓会議やりたいならせめて円卓を買ってきなさいよ。
違うよクリスちゃん。この前オカリンが言ってたけど、円卓はみんなの心の中にあるんだって。
I
ま
don't
ゆ
think
りさん
that's
っ
what
て
he said.
本当に純真な子なのね。でも岡部の言うことはあんまり真に受けない方がいい。
そうなの？
円卓の定義など今はどうでもいいのだ。それよりも議題は D メールではなくセルンと同じように物理的タイムトラベルを行う方法を模索したいという件についてだ。
バカ言わないで。
That was fast. And she's glaring at me even harder than when she was during the whole underwear thing.
セルンがあれだけの大規模な装置を使ってすでに9年もかけてるのにまだ成功すらしてないんだぞ。私たちにどうにかできるわけないじゃない。
We have you
オ
here,
カリン
Crease.
になっちゃうね。
That's not funny, Camille. That's It's not funny. Why are you laughing?
「ゲロカエルン的な？つうかあれなんで流行ったんだろうな。
You have to open the tips on that one. A series of plush straps featuring an ugly cute frog character, which became a fad among high school girls in Shibuya 1 year ago. After the Shibuya earthquake, the series was cancelled and their popularity faded rapidly. A flag, a metafictional term, refers to common methods of foreshadowing particular events. A death flag, for example, suggests that a character will die shortly. Death flags and romance flags are the most frequent. McDee's, a fast food hamburger chain boasting top market share based in America. Jane's Law, perspective on the passage of time proposed by psychologist Janet. For some reason, as one ages, time seems to pass by more quickly. For example, 1 year is 1/7 of a 7-year-old's life, but only 1/70th of a 70-year-old's life. By this reasoning, the subjective length of time is inversely proportional to age. Four-dimensional space-time is comprised of the three spatial dimensions plus the fourth dimension, time. Three-dimensional beings like humans can only move in the three spatial dimensions. A fourth-dimensional being would be able to move through time as easily as humans can move through air. Dougie.
いいや、笑い事じゃなく。
諦めるには早すぎるのではないか。我らはすでに D メールという人類史上初の快挙を達成したではないか。
だから史上初じゃないって。セルンの方が先じゃね？
人類史上初の時空を超えるメール。それを成し遂げた俺たちに不可能という文字はない。
根拠のない自信ね。そもそも D メールが使えるようになったのだって単なる偶然じゃない。未だにリフターに代替しているものが何なのかすら解明できていない。
それが解明できればいいのだろう。
全然ダメ。セルンですら解決できていない問題にはどう対処する？局所場指定ができないんじゃどこに飛ぶかわからない。
The blank look in Mayuri's eyes.
何もない宇宙のど真ん中に飛ばされるのはごめんだお。
That is a problem. If you can't control where you'll end up, your time machine's worthless.
いや、ちょっと待て。D メールは局所場指定をしていないぞ。
You didn't
にも
like...
かかわらず、きちんと指定先に届いてい
That's
る。
normal for that spec to be in there, right?
これはどう説明する？
Yeah.
I need a palate cleanser.
You have water in your hand.
I thought I brought the carbonated water in here. Sorry, palate cleanser.
You
This
have
is
water.
spicy water. Slushy. I need a palate cleanser.
I know the specs aren't normal, but the specs are just remote.
Oh, 言われてみれば。
メルアド指定してるからちゃんと届いてるんじゃね？
そうなのかな。携帯の電波なんて何千万キロも離れた場所から捕捉できるとは思えないけど。
電波が届かないところにいますってなるんじゃないかなってマユシーは思います。
I stare at my phone.
あるいは携帯電話は ブラックホールとホワイトホールを兼ねているのかもしれん。
White hole. The reverse of a black hole. While nothing can escape a black hole, everything is ejected from a white hole. The existence of white holes is hinted at theoretically, but actual proof is impossible. They have never been observed. Now, how would proof be impossible? You say proof of a black hole is impossible, but we have photos of those. Of course, we didn't at the time of this, making of this game.
憶測で物を言うべきじゃない。そんなの根拠ゼロよ。
ワームホールができている可能性は？
未だかつてワームホールの実在が確認されたことはない。
I groan. Risu and Daru fall silent. The problem has them stumped too. Mayuri is the only one smiling. She probably doesn't understand and is just smiling because she feels like it.
いずれにせよ、厳然たる事実として D メールは過去に届いている。それがセルンに対して俺たちがリードしている点だ。タイムトラベルについても D メールを応用すれば実現の可能性はあるのではないか。
でもさ、D メールじゃ36バイトプラスアルファのデータ量しか送れないじゃん。人間を丸々物理転送させるなんてマジ無理。
Well, if we have a bigger microwave.
It's the same problem that CERN is having, and they reason their subjects turn into jellymen.
ゲルオカリンになりたければ止めないわよ。
Calling the fate of CERN's researchers makes my skin crawl. Per black holes, ring singularities, supergravitational space-time distortions. If you can adjust the Lifter's volume of electron injection, you might be able to make the ring singularities naked. Please stop that. Stop it right now. You think you're being cute? You're not. Stop.
I'm not. I'm not doing anything.
Okay, it looks wrong. Stop. Even CERN is having a hard time controlling the lifter. Even if we do figure out what's functioning as the lifter in our time machine, I doubt we'll be able to solve the problem easily. Meaning that at the present, we can only send a mere 60 bytes of data. I wonder how much data there is in a human body. I bet it's more than an exabyte. Exabyte is 1,000 terabytes. Petabytes. One click. I knew that, duh, petabyte.
物理的転送なんて考えない方が身のためね。データだけのタイムトラベルだけでもすごいことなんだから、それで我慢すべき。
Sending data through time is enough, huh?
世の真理を探求する科学者とは思えない後ろ向きな発言だな。
身の丈に合ったことを考えろって言っている。真理を探求するならしかるべき頭脳と設備とお金を揃えないと。少なくともセルン並みにはね。こんな貧乏サークルじゃ志だけ高くても何もできない。前から思ってたけど、電話レンジはちゃんとした研究機関に持ち込んで専門家に委ねるべきよ。セルンがタイムマシンの研究を極秘にしてるなら、私たちはきちんと公表して人類の未来のために役立てなきゃ。
もし公表すれば機関のやつらに俺の存在を気づかれる。
あのね、こっちは真面目に話してるんだぞ。冗談言ってる場合じゃ。
それに俺たちはセルンをハッキングした身だ。奴らは人体実験までしている非常な連中。その背後には国家の枠組みさえ超えた強大な権力も見え隠れする。もし電話レンジカッコ仮を公表すれば、俺たちは消されるかもしれん。
映画の見過ぎじゃない？
Correct me if I'm wrong. Moika sent hers.
Moika sent hers? Yeah, she already sent her, no.
Her email So doesn't she currently have the IBN?
300人委員会という名前が実際にセルンの資料にあった。
そうだけど。
Grace's tone weakens.
なんだかマユシーは怖いよ。
ハッキングがバレたらガチで僕たち消されそうだよね。バレるようなヘマはしてないけど。
それにこれが何よりも問題なのだが。
I lower my voice and look hard at each one of them in turn.
公表してしまったらもう好き勝手に D メールが送れなくなるではないか。
あんたね。
この夢の装置をそう簡単に手放すものか。俺は法王院京馬、時空を支配する狂気のマッドサイエンティスト。望むのはそう簡単。
My
ダメ
question
だこい
is
つ。
again.
早くなんとかしないと。
So he makes a comment. He wants to spread chaos, and he doesn't want to send stuff back in time anymore because we can't predict its outcome.
How can you spread chaos if what you're doing might actually cause less chaos? Quotation from a popular manga about death notes, spoken by the protagonist in reference to his female accomplice. Original quote: "This girl's helpless, hopeless. I better do something quick." Used to express himself. Death note.
なんとか
Did you expect to see a Death Note reference in this?
No. Does it surprise me? No.
What? Everybody freezes.
クリスティーナ、お前アットチャンネル。
うるさい。それ以上言うな。そんなわけないから。
うるさい。Risa gives me her sharpest glare yet. Her eyes are so cold, my spine turns to ice. I nod and swallow what I was going to say.
そういえばダルよ。セルンへのハッキングはその後さらに進んだか。
He did say it would take time to learn how to use the IBAN 5100, but I know he's been coming to the lab every day to work on it. His monitor is always displaying some kind of program, and his fingers are always busy on the keyboard.
ああ、今はセルンの膨大な資料を漁ってるとこ。翻訳しながら全部読むのに何年かかるやら。一応重要そうなところはマキセ氏に渡しておいたけど、まあ基本的には僕にはもうやれることはないよ。セルンは今や僕の思いのまま。
Turn belongs to me now.
お前が味方でよかったとつくづく思うよ。
My favorite right arm. If only you weren't so weak to seduction.
それでクリスティーナ、翻訳状況について報告を。
そのいちいち芝居がかった喋り方、どうにかならない？なんか軽くイラッとくるのよね。
Asha. What? Mary takes a cute idol-like pose and smiles for some reason.
クリスちゃん、ね、オカリンの幼なじみとして教えてあげると、オカリンの喋り方はね、そのうち慣れちゃうよ。
Why did you just randomly say hell?
そ
Hell
のうちっ
pose.
ていうのが10年後じゃないことを祈るわ。
お前、この俺と10年来の付き合いをしたいというのか？それはつまりこのラボに骨を埋めるという意味。
皮肉よ、皮肉。
Using the mouse.
Because when you start using the keyboard, the mouse disappears. Click with the mouse.
そうか。ではさっさと報告しろ、クリスティーナ。でなければお前のことをネラーと呼ぶ。
違うっつってんでしょ。
She glares at me again. My blood goes cold.
一応時間を見て翻訳は進めてるけど、今のところタイムマシンに関する目新しい情報はなし。やっぱりセルンも問題の解決策を見つけようと四苦八苦してる。
Maybe they'll have to wait another 24 years, like Tyler said.
ダル、他に成果は？
成果じゃないけど、今セルンは実験の真っ最中みたいでさ、ちょうど LHC がフル稼働してんだよね。そこに割り込んでこっそり使わせてもらえないかなって模索中。
嘘。
Creasy is stunned. Honestly, so am I.
それってすごいの？
すごいどころじゃない。とんでもないことやらかそうとしてるわね。スーパーハッカー、恐ろしい子。
A quotation from a classic manga about glass masks used to express amazement at someone's incredible skills. What a monster.
おいクリスティーナ、お前わざとだろ。
何のこと？
She's not chiller, no doubt about it.
でもまあそれができるようになったところで使い道なんてないだろうけどな。
作戦は順調だな。第3段階にはいつ入れる？
第3段階って何ぞ？
セルンがひた隠しにしている禁断の領域、そこに隠された闇を暴くことに決まっている。
日本語で OK。
In English, please.
IBN5100 で構築されたデータベースがあっただろう。そこへのハッキングにはもう着手したのかと聞いているのだ。
Third frowns.
ああ、それは無理って言ったじゃん。
IBN5100 さえあればなんとかなるんだろう。
なる。でも逆に言えばだからこそ手も足も出ないわけで。
ん？
Again, this feeling of disconnect. This conversation isn't making sense.
IBN5100 は俺が手に入れてきただろう。まだ触ってもいないのか？
え？手に入れてきた？いつ？
Also, I look at Carissa and Mary. Mary looks confused as always. Carissa meets my eyes and shrugs her shoulders.
私も聞いてないわよ。手に入れたなんて話は。
バカな！
That just can't be! I dash into the development room. The IBM 5100 I borrowed from Yanabayashi Shrine should be on the shelf inside. It's in a cardboard box and it weighs 25 kilos, way too heavy for a single person to carry. When I go look,
ない。
it's no longer where I left it.
IBN5100 ここに置いてあったのにどこに消えた？
Everyone looks at me in surprise.
何を鳩が豆鉄砲食らったみたいな顔している。柳林神社に奉納されていた伝説のレトロ PC だ。お前たちもよく知っているだろう。
そんなの知らないよ。
柳林神社に奉納ってそんなアホな。
幻覚でも見てたんじゃない？最近暑いから。
The spirit drags me down like quicksand.
So I was right in what I said a little bit ago. Yes, Moeka has the yen.
Oh.
Yes, she herself does not, but the people she works for does. Don't fucking talk pedantic.
We can't hack that database without the IBM 5100. Who stole it? The organization? CERN? CERN is a possibility. Maybe they noticed our hacking and stole the IBM 5100 from the lab. No. Even if they could steal the IBM 5100 from the lab, they can't steal Mary and Dyer's memories of it. What happened? Miriam Moeka. Maybe I should check with her first. Could someone other than Moeka have stolen the IBM 5100? I consider the possibilities. Next name that comes to mind is...
まさかジョン・タイターか。そうだ、タイターの目的は IBN5100 を手に入れることだった。すでに俺は何度かコンタクトを取っている。しかしどうやって俺の個人情報を手に入れた？
Well, I'm trying to decide whether I should send the mail a crease who tells me to calm down. A high school girl is chiding me. She dares make a fool of Ho and Kiyoma? Irritated, I explained the purpose of the IBM 5100 and how I came to obtain one. During that time, I also sent Moeka a mail for confirmation. I got an IBM 5100, did you know?
IBN5100 が消えたのはこれまでに過去を改変した誰かの影響かもね。
おお、俺の話を信じてくれるのだな。
でも私の主観ではこれまでに送った D メールは些細な内容ばかりよ。
It's true.
最初に電話レンジちゃんがタイムマシンだって気づくきっかけになったメールだよね。
One with Chen.
オカリンは変態って内容で送ったよな。
I might be quitting in 2 days. Don't tell the boss, okay? He'll kill me. You're quitting? Don't be hasty. He really will kill you.
My question would be why?
You want me to send that?
Yeah.
Why? I already know why.
あとは D メール実験で私が岡部の携帯に何十通も送った。でもどれも中身のない文面ばかりだからあれで過去を改変できるとは思えない。
僕も2通送ったお。フェイリスタンとの勝負に勝てる秘策を書いた。
それともう一つ、岡部が一番最初に偶然送った私が死んでるうんぬんってメール。
だが俺の主観ではそれ以外にも何通か送られている。
ロト6の当たり番号を書いて送ったんだっけ。ルカちゃんがその番号を買ったけど結局当たらなかったやつ。
Gotcha.
岡部以外は送ったところを誰も知らないけどね。
だがお前たちにもその後で見せたはずだぞ。俺の携帯に残っていた着信履歴を。
あれは惜しかったよね。
それぐらいじゃないかな。
いや、まだある。萌香とルカ子が D メールを送っている。
そうだった。でもそう主張しているのは岡部だけなのよね。私も橋田もまゆりさんも誰も知らない。
Oh yeah, that's a juke line.
Kind of the point.
まゆしはなんだか頭がこんがらがってきちゃったのです。
だから言っているだろう。世界が改変される前と後で記憶を連続して持っていられるのは俺だけなのだと。
それであんたの主観ではその IBN5100 はいつ消えたの？ついさっきの話なの？確実にこのラボにあったのはいつまでの話？
それは。
I put my index finger to my forehead and searched my memories. IBN 5100, IBN 5100.
確か8月3日だ。記憶では8月3日までは確かにこのラボに存在していた。
間違いないのね。
と思いたいが。
I
So many things have happened, my memories are a jumble. Let's go over the events which led me to obtaining the IBN 50. I heard that Ferris was a retro PC maniac who knew about the IBN 5100. I learned that 9 years ago she donated her IBN 5100 to Yanabayashi Shrine. I asked Lukaku's dad for help, and he lent me the IBM 5100, just like that, mission complete. At the very least, Ferris and Lukaku should remember what happened. I should give them a call. First up is Lukaku. Sorry, it's really hard for me to pronounce correctly. Lukaku is not the only one I missed.
はい、岡部さん、こんにちは。おとといは恥ずかしいところ見られちゃって、忘れてください。
Your cosplay is good. Don't say that.
恥ずかしいところ？
コスプレを。
Cosplay is good. Oh, that? That's just Lukaku getting embarrassed for no reason.
それより IBN5100 について聞きたい。
IBM 5?
IBN5100 柳林神社に9年ほど前に預けられたレトロなパソコンのことだ。知っているな。
Mm-hmm.
はい。
Yep. He remembers. Lukaku actually remembers.
俺が少し前に神社に行って探し当てたんだよな。それでお前の親父さんに頼んで貸してもらった。間違いないよな。
そんなはずは。
違うのか？
Right?
僕の記憶ではそんなことはなかったような気がします。
Nani? This is another effect of changing the past?
IBN5100 がその神社にあったのは事実なんだな。今もあるのか？
いえ、わかりません。僕、それほど詳しいことは。
You liar!
今どこにいる？近くにお前の親父さんはいるか？
いません。
そうか。わかった。急に電話して悪かった。
はい。すみません。お役に立てなくて。
Okay, Kyomo, you can call me anytime. The IBM 5100 was at the Yanabiyashi Shrine. That's a fact. Lukaku knew that. I need to check if it's still there or not. Could the IBM 5100 ever return to the shrine? Did that huge retro PC sprout legs and trot back? That's just silly. Miguel Bananas had teleported out of the microwave. Moiko also instantly moved from the lab to somewhere else. Considering that, it's entirely possible the same thing happened to the IBM 5100. Maybe I should go check later. Next is Ferris. By the way, I haven't told Ferris my phone number. I'm afraid that if I talk to her on the phone, she'll drag me into her usual nonsense. There's only one option. Meet her at her house.
フェイリスと連絡を取りたい。
Mary's eating an eclair. She must have stuck some in the fridge and I wasn't looking.
おかりんも食べる？おいしいよ。
Now she mentions it, Carissa and Dara are eating too.
まったくのんきな奴らだな。このラボで不可解なことが起きたというのに。
すべて岡部の妄想って可能性もあるわけだし、慌てたってどうしようもない。
Technically yes, but no. Dang it, this is serious. It's not just in my head, it's not.
フェリスちゃんに用事があるの？今日お店に出てるかな？
It is.
今日のフェイリスタンはバイト休みだお。
You would know.
Why you call her Ferris and she call her Ferris?
Well done, Daru. You know Ferris' schedule better than her coworker. I award you the title of Ferris Stalker.
マイレは奴の携帯番号を知っているだろう。連絡を取ってみてくれ。
いいよ。
Mary takes out her phone and makes a call.
What do you think of this one?
After a short wait, Mary smiles.
あ、フェリスちゃん、こんにちにゃんにゃん。
In Yanyan dialect. Alright, this is the first time Kurisu has heard Mary speaking in Yanyan.
休みなのにごめんね。オカリンがフェリスちゃんとお話ししたいことがあるんだって。変わってもいいかな。オカリンはオカリンだよ。京馬？京馬って誰？
The hell are they talking about? By the way, Ferris is the only person who calls me by my true name, Ho in Kyoma. I'm thankful for that, but she still drives me crazy.
とにかく変わるね。はい、オカリン。
I take Mary's phone. Green. Ferris's face is displayed on the LCD. She's wearing cat ears even though it's her day off.
俺だ。法院京馬だ。
京馬がフェイリスに用事なんて珍しいにゃ。
どうしても聞きたいことがあったのだ。お前は昔柳林神社にレトロ PC を奉納した。それに間違いはないか。
What does that mean?
何？にゃんとはどういう意味にゃ？
Wait, what he had nyan to it?
He didn't mean yeah. Because she's in love with him. Ah crap, I started to talk like her. Risu bursts out laughing. Looks like she heard.
間違いないにゃっていう意味にゃ。IBN5100 っていう名前だって知ったのはすごく最近やけど。
何？最近知ったとはどういう？
ダルニャンに教えてもらったのにゃ。
That's it. At any rate, Ferris confirmed the IBN 5100 was at Yanabayashi Shrine. Did the IBN 5100 disappear from the lab after I retrieved it? Retrieved it? No, Kurisu and the others lost their memories of me bringing it back to the lab, so I'm considering two possibilities. 1. I went to the shrine but didn't acquire the IBN 5100. It's still at the shrine. 2. Before I went to the shrine, someone moved the IBN 5100 somewhere else. Looks like I'll have to go to the shrine after all.
レトロ PC がどうしたにゃ？
いや。
Ferris is a retro PC maniac, wasn't she? Let's just make sure.
IBN5100 について他に情報はないか？超レアな PC なのだ。お前はカリスマメイドとしてこの秋葉に強いネットワークを持っているだろう。それを使って今秋葉にある IBN5100 を探してもらいたい。
We only need to find one. It doesn't matter if it's the one I found at the shrine.
にゃー。探してもいいけど条件があるにゃ。
条件？
Telling you, man, you need to use shadow play.
You need to not be so quick to freaking click the thing.
Trying to strike a deal. That's unexpected.
聞こう。
じゃあこれからフェイリスのお家まで来てほしいのにゃ。
うちだと？お前のうちはどこだ？
I quickly prepare a memo pad and write down the address Ferris for sites.
なんだ？
Dari's already
お
memorized.
前
it, no need
秋
to
葉に
worry.
住んでいるのか？
Oh, so you live in Akiba. That'll make things quick. Judging by the address, it should be right next to the station.
それじゃ待ってるにゃ。
I return Mayuri's phone and stand up from the couch. Let's stop by Yanuyashi Shrine and then head to Ferris's place.
で、
I look over my shoulder with a frown.
なぜお前たちまでついてくるんだ？
Why would you're going to Ferris's place? Why would he not tag along? Mayuri and Dario are following me even though I didn't ask them to come. Kurisu stayed back at the lab.
だってね、 マユシーはフェリスちゃんのお家遊びに行ったことないんだもん。一度ね、行きたいなーって思ってたんだ。
つうかフェリスタンのプライベートとか凸せざるを得ないだろ上皇。
It might be a bad idea to take the Ferris stalker along. A really bad idea. Well, whatever. If Ferris has a problem with it, we can send him away when we get there. Nothing else matters as long as I get Ferris to search for an IBN 51. Of course, if the IBN 5100 is at Yanabiyashi Shrine, that won't even be necessary. I stopped by the shrine, but Lukako's not there. I guess he was out when he answered the phone earlier. I've got no other choice, so I go to the humble shrine office and press the intercom button. Luca's dad comes out. When I try asking him if the IBM 5100 was donated to the shrine, he answers it certainly was. But after he tries looking for it, he says he can't find it anywhere, and he has no idea where it went. I ask if he lent me the IBM 5100 before, but that event is gone from his memory. What's going on here? While heading towards Ferris's place, I analyze the situation. IBM 5100 has disappeared from the lab, even though it was just there a few days ago. It's also disappeared from Yanabiyashi Shrine. It's like some god is messing with it, moving it every time I get close. The emails definitely have something to do with it. I can only begin to imagine how the past has changed. At any rate, it looks like we'll have to rely on Ferris. The usual weekend crowd packs the front of Akiba Station. Girls dressed in maid outfits and school uniforms diligently distribute flyers to the passersby. I appreciate their efforts in this god-awful heat. After a few melanin-boosting moments walking in the sun, I come to a sudden stop.
どうしたの？
Wake up. I caught sight of a woman squatting on the side of the road, hugging her knees and typing on her. It's gotta be Lab Mem 005, Kiryu Moika. Wait, she's still a Lab Mem? Mary and Butter don't remember. Oh, whatever.
なんという幸運。
There's something I need to ask her. I run up to Moika.
おい、シアツシ。
25% CG achievement. I try getting her attention, but she's stuck in her own little world.
IBN ないどうしてないの？どうしてどこにもこの町に本当にあるの？もしかしてもう
聞いているのか、シャイニングフィンガー。
どこかにあるはずじゃないとおかしい。 FB はあるって。
No reaction.
桐生萌か。
Moika stops muttering. Finally looks up. Actually, it just looks at my feet.
岡部君。
お前、ラボから IBN5100 を持ち出したか。
Mary and Dutter look askance at me, but I ignore them.
俺はお前の仕業とは思いたくない。
Wait, they continue.
仲間だからな。しかし、お前はあの PC に異常な執着を見せていた。
Cover the camera.
I don't have anything to cover. There, we'll throw.
One pillow for the dog. Not the bio. Okay. I feel better. Oh yeah, there's a third person watching.
どうだ、やったのかやってないのか。
IBN
I didn't see what it
5100
said.
見つけたの？
I wasn't looking, I looked away.
It says, so was it you that took it?
Found an IBN?
見つけたがなくなった。
なくなった。
案ずる
Sounds
こと
so
はない。
desperate.
Yes.
やっていたとしても、お前を警察に突き出すような真似はしない。あれを返してさえもらえるならな。
The normally expressionless Moika frowns in bewilderment.
知らないのか。
Moika shakes her head faintly. Then she looks down and begins operating her phone at high. What? You're not making any sense. Please explain. Did you really find Nebby in 5100? Where? Wait. He really doesn't know? If the IBM 5100 had been stolen from the lab, then Moika would be my first suspect. But the IBM 5100 disappeared from Yanabayashi Shrine, not the lab. Can't have been Moika's doing.
Could have been.
So, it was a D-mail? Or perhaps it was the work of CERN?
すまない。
You're not thinking big
支
picture
援
now.
しよ
I squat in front of Moika and bow my head.
う。俺はラボメンであるお前を、仲間を疑ってしまった。最低な男だな。殴ってくれても構わない。だがこれだけは分かってくれ。俺は機関から命を狙われ続けた結果、誰も信じることができなくなってしまったんだ。
Why? Why did I have to be born with these gifts that others so covet?
俺は常に疑心暗鬼で、どれだけ仲間に囲まれていてもいつも孤独を感じている。滑稽だよな。
Yeah, man. Alright, just tell me about the
俺の語りは完全するか。
5100 Moika. Did you just ignore my entire speech?
Yes.
つうかオカリンさ、秋葉の路上で芝居始めるとかどんだけだよ。暑さにやられた。
So Moika doesn't know I had an IBM 5100. Judging by her response, she hasn't found one either. I feel like I'm getting further and further away from my goal.
前から思ってたんだけど、萌香さんって綺麗な人だよね。スタイルも抜群だし、背も高いし。
I mean, you're not
こ
wrong.
れさせたら映えそうだな。
Again, you're not wrong.
For a second, I doubt my ears. I approach Mary.
お前、マイカのことを知っているのか。
知ってるよ。
なぜ知っている。
I grab Mary by the shoulders and shake her. Her head bounces back and forth.
オカリンが連れてきたよ。
俺が
Did?
誰のあの女のことを覚えているのか。
桐生氏なら前にラボで挨拶した罠。
After Marika sent her email, Mary, Daru, and Cruci behaved as if they had never met her before. But now both Mary and Daru know her? Does that mean Moika's past was reconstructed again? Given the timing, it has to be Lukoko's email that did it.
Oh, is that what you're saying? No, now? Because she does in the intermediary, but now she doesn't again because the change in Luca was past. Dude, there's like 100
Wibbly wobbly,
timelines.
timey wimey.
There's 100 timelines in this game. Forgive me for getting one detail.
All Luca did was tell his mother to eat a lot of vegetables. How can that be related to the Lab Mem's knowledge of Moika? Is this another example of the butterfly effect? The cause doesn't match the effect at all.
I mean, to be fair, you did change like 16 years worth of information.
Well, see, the simple answer is Luca is the worst character in the series.
きっと待ちくたびれてるよ。
Right, Ferris. Let's think about the Moika issue later. Right now, we should look for the address written on the memo pad.
時に参り
Actually, one of the scenes that's coming up here, I just looked up on YouTube earlier today
Why?
because it popped up on my head.
I'm yawning too much.
Kurisu answering the phone. Hello. Hello. By the way, Myri, what's Ferris's real name?
Yeah, my What?
What's Ferris's real name? Rumiho Akiba.
バッカオカリ何言ってんだ。フェイリスタンの本名はフェイリスニャンニャンショー。それ以上でも以下でもないじゃん。
現実逃避はよせダルフェイリスニャンニャンは所詮源氏の
うわ最悪っすよ。なんで純真な男たちの夢を壊そうとするかな。
Big grumbling. You just can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth. Dog is standing.
でまゆどうなの知らないの
マユシーが教えちゃってもいいのかな。
特に口止めされているわけでもないんだろ。それにこれから自宅に行けばすぐにわかることだぞ。
そっか、そうだよね。その代わりね、他の人には内緒だよ。例えばメイクインに来るご主人様たちとか。
I nod.
あのね、フェリスちゃんの本名は秋葉ルミホちゃんって言うんだ。
I thought you said Mayuri doesn't remember.
No, I said it's Akiha Romeo.
ああ聞こえない。
Better covers his ears and drowns the sound out.
秋葉か
The same characters as in Akihabara. Appropriate. Our destination turns out to be the high-rise apartment building UPX.
すごい。
すごい。
マジで
超高級マンションだと
Oh yeah, it's so shocking. There's like 500 people who live here, but oh my god, she lives here? We stand there for a while, staring wide-eyed at the towering building before us. Not every person who lives there has got to be wealthy. According to the address Ferris gave me, she lives on the top floor, all the way up there.
住所聞き間違えたか
No, I wouldn't make stupid mistakes. Listen. Please, while you're out, can you buy me a fork? Because I want my own fork. And get some cup noodles for dinner, too. I think there's a brand called Genshan Ramen. Those. My sister really loves your cup noodles. I'm gonna start calling you Koike-san.
No.
You already have your own spoon. Why don't you have a fork even though you have a spoon? Are you stupid?
Was that your suggestion of what to say?
You want to call her stupid instead?
No.
Thank you. That's what I thought.
まさかフェイリスは機関の手に落ちたのか
I quickly scanned the area. No suspicious figures in sight.
怪しげな黒服連中に命じられるまま俺を組織の網の中へと呼び寄せ一網打尽にするつもりだな
Do you hear the music?
I hear background noise of people walking around.
No, there's music in the background.
Yeah, hear it. Can't hear it on this side.
妄
I
想
hear
を
them
持つ
both.
事実は小説より奇なり。それにあのフェイリスタンの素顔が実は金持ちのお嬢様だったとか。うわぁ、超燃える展開じゃね？
He is a rich girl.
お前こそ妄想オツだな。
とりあえず入ってみようよ。
When we call the top floor room via intercom, we are greeted by the voice of an elderly man, Hiroki. He lets us in immediately, and once I introduce myself as following Kyoma. Feels like we're walking into a trap, but I can't turn back now. When we get off the elevator, the elderly man from the intercom is there to lead us inside. Turns out to be a silver-haired gentleman in a tuxedo.
Hello, Mr. Butler, sir.
リアル執事さんだ。
Hiroki. He does indeed look like a stereotypical butler. He fits the bill so well you wouldn't think he's anything else.
お嬢様、法院京馬様とそのお友達の皆様がお越しです。
The butler leads us into a room.
お嬢様、法院京馬様と
I appreciate that he calls him Ho and Kyoma-sama. Greatly respectful dude.
Very respectful.
He's just an all-around
Would you
great
expect
character.
him to say Hohen Kyoma-san?
He's just an all-around great character. Ferris is standing.
He doesn't even have a model.
Yes, he does. Ferris is standing before a
Oh,
large
yes,
window with a panoramic view of Akiba.
黒木、
Yes.
ありがとにゃ。
I've never seen her wearing anything other than the usual maid uniform, but it's refreshing to see her in her plain clothes. I'm telling you, man, you need to read my playthrough channel on Discord.
No, I have no desire to. You ain't tell me all the highlights anyway.
Why does she still have her cat ears on? I want to ask, I can't help but wonder,
Ask.
but I restrained myself.
Ask.
Even if I did ask, Ferris would just say something like, I was born with these, yeah.
So ask. Nothing to lose.
にゃにゃ。マユシーとダルニャも来たのかにゃ。
Ferris's eyes twinkle when she sees Mary and Daru behind me.
フェリスちゃん、こんにちにゃんにゃん。
無法フェイリスタンの私服姿とか可愛すぐる。
Konnichi, Nyan Nyan. I silenced the mouth-breathing Daru by introducing his ribs to my elbow.
マイリとダルは
Shouldn't
勝
it
手に
be
ついてきた。
my elbow to his ribs?
迷惑なようなら帰らせる。
構わないにゃ。みんな、ようこそいらっしゃいませにゃ。
He's so much better in the anime.
.というか、自宅でもその語尾は変わらないのか？
何のことかにゃ。
あくまでとぼける気か。秋葉ルミホ。
フェイリスはフェイリスにゃ。
It is
Oh. Well.
barely seen that one.
He's Kosupi. That's what I can do.
You gotta be careful quoting Chaos Ed Not everybody in this channel has played Chaos Ed.
I'm gonna say, if they're picky because, oh, you said name that shows up in the game.
You said a name, but still, be careful in the future. Don't, you know,
しかしこの家は一体どういう
names
こ
are
とだ？
fine. Photos are even fine.
秋葉の
Be
一等
careful.
地の超高級マンションとは
I don't think something as innocent as Kozubi is going to be a problem.
It shouldn't be. I'm just saying, be careful. I look around the room again. The interior design and furnishings give a very refined impression. It's elegant without being ostentatious. Actually, it's kind of like a model home. There's nothing to suggest this room is lived in. No dirty clothes, no used dishware, not even a speck of dust. That butler, maybe even some real maids. If there's a butler, there has to be maids, right? Must be constant cleaning up. Speaking of the butler, he's disappeared. Didn't even notice him leave. He's clearly a master butler if he can move so quietly.
フェイリス、
Hey,
お前一体何者だ？
だからフェイリスはフェイリスにゃ。
Case. Barry says it so nonchalantly.
とぼけるな。ちゃんと説明しないならば帰らせてもらう。
なんという偉そうな態度。僕たちってフェイリスさんにお願いしに来た立場じゃなかった？
ふにゃー。じゃあもうちょっとだけ詳しく話すと、この辺の土地はもともとうちのものだったのにゃ。
は？
What'd you just say?
oh my cat.
This land originally belonged to her family?
そっか。だからアキハさんなんだね。
Mary's exclamation connects the dots in my head.
アキハという姓。まさか秋葉原の代々の大地主の名だとでも言うのか。
Barris nods to the proud expression. So she really is a rich girl character.
ちなみにフェイリスは秋葉の都市開発計画にも結構な発言力を持ってるにゃ。
Barris wriggles her slender wrist and waist and makes a gesture like a cat watching.
秋葉の各ショップに萌え文化を積極的に導入するようお願いしたのは他ならぬフェイリスなのにゃ。おー、すごい。フェイリスは子供の頃からそういう会議に出たりしてるのにゃ。
So basically, the chaotic changes in Akiba are all a result of this cat girl's whim?
Yes.
What a monster!
でも今の話は内緒にしといてほしいにゃ。
Barris's expression suddenly darkens.
なぜだ？
知りたいのかにゃ。
Kinda.
Barris approached me with a bewitching expression. Back off me, demon!
それは
Back off! Barris gently strokes my cheek with her cool, slender fingers. I feel myself falling under her spell. Don't fall for it! And then... grins.
フェイリスはフェイリスだからにゃ。
Oh, stupid.
Recording has been saved. You do have it on.
Hmm.
You have...
Never turned it off.
What? Did you just turn it on for like a second to do that? Because instant replay isn't on. I turned it on, but you'd need to sign a button to actually save things. Got photo mode.
I know which button I'd save.
Okay. If you screen that,
And that's the only thing I hate about this keyboard.
because you actually have to bind those two shortcuts.
You're gonna have to at some point show me how to use those buttons. No, you don't have to right second. We're in the middle of the stream.
I
dude.
didn't mean to close it, dude.
と
You
いうわ
hit
け
it
で
up free.
みんなにはこれまで通りフェイリスラブの大ファンとして接してほしいにゃ。
Machine.
Letter starts fist pumping when he sees Ferris's cutesy act.
接します。全力で接します。
マユシーもね、フェリスちゃんのファンだよ。フェリスちゃんのメイドさん魂はとってもすごいんだもん。憧れちゃうよ。
Mayuri and Daru might have fallen for her charms, but not I.
俺はフェイリスラブなどではない。
I thrust my finger at Ferris.
あまり調子に乗らないでもらおうか、フェイリスニャンニャン。でなければこの高級マンション全体が血に染まることになるぞ。家にわざわざ呼びつけて自らのセレブっぷりを見せつけ、この俺との交渉において精神的優位に立とうとしたのだろうが無駄なこと。なぜなら俺は狂気のマッドサイエンティスト法院京馬だからだ。
Mad scientist.
理由になってね。
Somebody responded to another one.
Perfect. Now Ferris will tremble in fear and beg for my forgiveness. No. Or so I thought, but instead she looks at me with gleaming eyes.
はにゃーん。自分を貫き通す人って素敵にゃ
Ah.
Oh, what?
I want to try taking a screenshot, didn't take a picture. But
You just copied the same picture twice?
so what I probably did is I probably did Windows print screen or whatever. So that's why it came up with a different notification.
You
read
だと
What did she say? My line. I want to threaten her, not seduce her.
Seduce me!
Seduce me! Los dos. Is Ferris a masochist?
正直なこと言うと、あんまりフェイリスのこと話したくなかったにゃ。これまでいろんな人と会ったけど、アキハの跡取りって話すと、みんなフェイリスをフェイリスとして見てくれなくなるのにゃ。フェイリスとアキハルミホは分けてみてほしいのにゃ。
分けるも何もお前はすでにフェイリスニャンニャンとして確立しているではないか。
その点については全面的に同意するぜオカリン。ニャンニャン語を話し猫耳をつけている時点でそこにいるのはフェイリスなんだ。
意識しすぎているのはお前の方だということだ、フェイリス。
そうなのかな。
お前は自意識過剰なのだ。俺にとってお前はどこまで行っても勝てる気がしない猫耳メイドでしかない。
にゃ、ありがとにゃ、今日は。
What is she thinking? Well, she's probably admiring my incredible shut up.
Magnanimity. I can't. Yeah, I hear it in my head and I can't replicate it.
Now then, let's finish this idle gossiping. Let's get
それで
down
フェイ
to
リス
business.
IBN5100 を探す代わりに
Demonetized.
お前が要求する交換条件と
Demonetized
は
anyway.
一体なんだ。よく吟味して条件を出すことだな。
Do not test the limit of my goodwill.
俺の右手は一度解き放たれるとあらゆるものを破壊し、後には何も残らないとだけ言っておく。
大丈夫にゃ。
The triple X.
Ferris points at the cat ears sticking out of her head.
この猫耳にはあらゆる能力を完全無効化するニャンニャンクリアという力が備わっているのにゃ。京馬の力が暴走した時はフェイリスがきっと止めてみせるにゃ。
Don't try your Chunibyo nonsense around her. She'll just like Chunibyo.
So I'm gonna note basically what she does, the reason why I hate text-based roleplay chats. Because that's the way all of them go. Oh, my character has a secret power. My character has the ability to negate your power, so fuck you.
You see, you just have to have the better power of bullcrap.
I have a better power.
You need to
It's
level
called
up.
D&D.
You have to level up your banter skills.
How do I play D&D? I shouldn't have mentioned my hand to Ferris. Ferris's most terrifying power is one known as Dubbing 10. It allows her to steal other people's stories and add them to her. I'm the one who named it, of course. The number 10 doesn't really mean anything.
さてさて、それでは発表するにゃ。フェイリスからの条件は
Let me
My
send you an
price. I expect one of two things, because I can't fully remember. The letter send a D-mail or a date. Thinking it's D-mail.
It's D-mail.
Close. But I know something. Alright, sorry, it's fine.
タイムマシンを使わせてほしいにゃ。
Hello.
Yes, I had a feeling.
昨日メイクインで京馬たちが話してたにゃ。タイムマシンを開発したって。
いかにも。俺たちは人類史上初のタイムマシン実験に成功済みだ。
だから人類史上初はセルンだっつの。
Oh, Dota, don't steal this from me.
だが勘違いするな。タイムマシンとは言っても、机の引き出しを搭乗口にしている青い猫専用の4畳半タイムマシンほど万能ではない。俺たちが成功したのは、過去の誰かの携帯に18文字までのメールを送れるというレベルだ。
Just putting the dog out. Please hold.
Oh.
Ooh, light up.
Oh.
Are you gonna feed me more alcohol or what?
Some more?
No.
I don't mind giving you a little bit more.
Dude, look at all these drinks. Only one, and only half of one is alcoholic.
Water, water, soda, drink, Gatorade, alcohol. Soda. Shut up, beat you.
Soda.
Fuck. It's time to stop.
It's time to do.
Okay.
ただしこれだけでもノーベル物理学賞ものであり人類の歴史を塗り替える超絶スーパーな発明だがな。
過去の誰かにメールが送れる。
タク
それってとってもすごいにゃ。ぜひフェイリスにも使わせてほしいにゃ。
Holy crap, your voice went up like 4 octaves.
She really wants us in this email. Ferris jumps up and down with joy.
タイム
No!
マシンは我がラボにおける最重要機密事項だ。どうしても使いたいというならばラボ面になってもらう必要があるが。
ラボメンって何かにゃ。
No!
あの
Oh,
ね、
no!
マユシーたちのサークルの仲間になるっていうことだよ。マユシー的にはね、フェリスちゃんがラボメンになってくれるのはとっても嬉しい。
Coco, no!
右に同じくというか大歓迎。
Hey, Kung, yay!
Dog wants in. Because that just means that he's gonna be let out again.
Dog is returning.
And I wonder why it takes us 4 hours to do anything.
ぜひ入ってください。お願いします。
Ferrero. Please join, I'm begging here.
どうすればラボメンになれるにゃ。
Why don't you become a Latman yet?
Just say yes when we ask, hey, do you want...
No, it's not that simple. You're dealing with Owen Gilman here.
Oh, that's right. You have to go out to the rooftop, stand on the edge, and jump off while somebody else creates an illusionary garden
契
patch
約者同
underneath
士に
you.
よる
Then
死
you'll
の
be
名
accepted as
約のみ。
a member.
Nope, the blood oath. You must do the blood oath.
血の名役。
The window's closed, but a gust of wind blows through the room. It's coming from the air conditioning. But from outside the window, I see rain clouds over the sky. I hear rumblings of thunder inside my brain.
なん
Inside
じ
my brain.
フェイリスニャンニャンよ。いにしえよりハイエンシェントワードにて語り継がれる法典に従いラボメンへと加わることを望むのならばその肉その骨その血を天の杯へと捧げることを誓い名役という名の洗礼を受けよ。さすれば古代の神はそれに応え汝にラボメンナンバーを授けるだろう。
何を言ってるのかさっぱりわかんねえ。
あわわどうしよう。マユシーは血の名薬も良薬も飲んでないよ。ということはマユシーはラボメンじゃないのかな。
Never ate a blood loaf.
まゆししょんぼりしなくても OK。 これはオカリンのいつもの癖なのだぜ。
そっか、いつもの癖なら仕方ないね。でもよかった。わかったにゃ。血の名薬受けるにゃ。
With a grim expression, Ferris grabs a small knife on top of her desk. And suddenly slashes it against her wrist.
No.
いやペーパーナイフっしょ。
にゃはは、ダルニャの言う通りにゃ。
She surprised me. I clear my throat and pull myself together. Never try that chutney crap around her. She'll just beat you every time.
お前をラボメンナンバー007に認定する。
ラブメメナナ。ナナ。
これでタイムマシン使えるのにゃ。
ああ、そういうことになる。
Need a place like
ただし他言
25%
無用だ。
speed or something.
裏切り者には死を。それが我がラボの掟だと
That's the
覚える。
traitors, huh?
そうだったんだ。
だからオカリンのこの場だけの思いつきだって。
ありがとにゃー、今日も。
Jeez.
I think he's happy where he is. No! Dougie! Ferris hugs me by the neck. Back off me, woman! A very sweet aroma tickles my nose.
Mister, please.
Something very soft tickles my... No!
オカリンてめえ、僕も電話レンジ作ったのに。
そうなのにゃ。じゃあダルニャンも。
It is.
Ferris flies over to Darden.
オカリンオカリン、ペリスちゃんが喜んでくれてよかったね。
マユリ、お前は実に無邪気だな。
Take out my phone and put it to my ear. Yes, sir.
俺だ。ああ、フェイリスはまんまと俺の思惑にはまったよ。所詮17歳の小娘ということだ。
What do you expect? She's just a 17-year-old girl.
あの猫娘は俺との交換条件によって人類の夢、禁断の果実であるタイムマシンを使うという欲望を満たしたつもりでいるが、この法院京馬の手のひらの上で踊らされていることに気づいていない。
Jeez.
俺が猫娘との条件を受けた理由だと、そんなもの決まっているだろう。
Gosh dang it.
Why did you close my game?
すなわち
And I twist my lips into a grin. My razor sharp shark teeth are probably glistening right now. Dang, I'm a giant shark with the shark teeth.
あの猫娘は実験台なのだ。何？下道とはひどい言い草だな。あながち間違ってはいないがね。
Our D-mill experiments have reached a standstill. Cruiser refuses to become the subject. Mary and Daru are too dumb to be useful. We managed to experiment on Moeka and Lukako, but we still need more data. Along comes Ferris. He's going to provide me with both an IBM 5100 and new data. Two birds with one stone.
ああ、つまりフェイリスは俺たちを利用したつもりでいて、実は逆に飛んで火にいる夏の虫状態だったというわけだ。
No, no, she's definitely using you.
では予定通りに次の実験に移行する。
Looking on the stars.
すべてはシュタインズゲートの選択だ。エルプサイコン
Did you say cool?
Somebody tapped me on the shoulder after I put away my phone. Right after that, they blow into my ear.
もう
Yeah, it is.
今誰と電話してたにゃ。
Ferris is behind me. She must have finished servicing Daru while I was still on the phone. No doubt she's heard everything.
気づくのが遅かったな、フェイリスニャンニャン。すでに血の盟約はなされた。契約を破ればお前という人間には破滅が訪れるだろう。もう逃げることはかなわんぞ。
OK にゃ。
There's no
ん
escape.
で、タイムマシンはどこにあるのにゃ？
Right to business. These are in a hurry.
Hurry.
タイムマシン。正確には電話レンジカッコ仮と呼ぶが、それは我がラボにある。
This time we'll make use of the phone wave name subject to change its original function and send the emails by remote control. Risu should be in the lab. I'll leave the setup to her. Ask Ferris where she wants the email to go. She says she's sending it to her father 10 years ago. I take down his email address. The destination is April 3rd, 2000. It has to be at 8 a.m. that day, so we use an online calculator to factor in leap years, resulting in 86,168 hours.
ということはね、86000秒も動かし続けないとダメなの？電話レンジちゃん疲れちゃうんじゃないかな。
いや、実際にその秒数を動かすわけではない。
Our previous experiments have confirmed that.
放電現象が起きた時点で送れば過去へは届くのだ。故にバタフライ効果により残りの秒数についてはキャンセルされるはず。
The fact that the email was sent is erased, leaving behind only the mail and the recipient's phone. At least that's what our experiments have shown so far. Now, let's call Kurisu. This is the part that I looked up on. Stop! Stop! Got it.
ハロー。
I just love the way she says that.
俺だ。そちらの状況を伝えろ。
ハロー。
切りやがった。
そりゃ切られるっしょ。オカリンの電話の仕方に対応できるのは多分僕とマユシぐらいじゃね。
Again!
ハロー。
おーい、今日まだ。無言で切るな。
なんだ、岡部か。てっきりいたずら電話だと思った。
こっちの番号は表示されているだろ
いきなり意味不明なこと言われたら怖くなって切るわよ。
それはつまりこの俺法院京馬の狂気ぶりにイフを覚えたというわけだな。それなら仕方な。あいつまた切ったぞ。
だからオカリンの電話に対応するスキルは僕とマユシしか持ってないと何度言えば。
I quickly redial.
ハロー。
岡部倫太郎ですけど、電話レンジカッコ仮の設定を少しいじってほしいんです。
初めからそう言えばいいのよ。でも電話レンジ使うの？ブラウン管工房の店長さんに怒られるのは嫌なんだけど。
これは貴重な実験のためなのだ。わかるか、助手よ。お前がミスター・ブラウンに怒られる。ただそれだけの犠牲によりタイムマシンという人類の夢は完成を見るのだ。
ほんとあんたって適当よね。で、どう設定すればいいんだ？
I tell her Ferris's dad's mail address, and I have her set the timer.
はい、入力したわよ。
よし、ご苦労。少し待て。
I turn to Ferris.
送る文章は書き終わったか？
I already told her the phone wave name subject to change his email address. Ferris nods.
どんな内容だ？過去を変えるものなのだろう？
それはその。
What happened to your usual confidence?
恥ずかしいにゃ。企業秘密だにゃ。
秘密だと？ふざけるな。これは実験だ。内容を公開してもらわねば データを検証できないではないか。
But what about Black Gold Saw? Black Gold Saw has red eyes and she's hot.
No, that's not good. He looks at you.
A secret? Nonsense! This is science. Unless we know what you're sending, we can't verify the results.
何言ってるにゃ。これは実験じゃなくて交換条件だにゃ。フェイリスは実験のためじゃなくて自分のためにタイムマシンを使うのにゃ。
卑怯だぞ。
オカリンも人のこと言えないけん。
To be fair, she has pink eyes, not red anyway. Daru, you horny fool! Are you siding with ferrets? And you call yourself a super hacker? Ferret covers her phone with her body. Looks like she plans on hiding it to the bitter end. Should we halt the experiment?
ちょっと岡部、いつまで待たせんのよ。
An impatient Kurisu nags me throughout the phone. Don't rush me, dang it!
オカリ、あのね、きっとプライベートな内容だから詮索するのは良くないと思うんだ。
To play on my name. This.
Even Mary's on Ferret's side? She was like this with Moika too. This is bad. I thought I had Ferris in the palm of my hand. Was I dancing to her tune all along?
岡部、返事しないなら切るぞ。
待て。分かった。電話レンジカッコ借りよう。起動だ。
And see if Ferris, if it was just Ferris and Ocarine, probably tail. Okay. So
Dang it.
Daru and Mayuri here.
Dang it! I submitted to the cat girl.
放電現象始まった。
I nod to Ferris after getting Creasy's report. Ferris puts her finger on the send button and...
ポチッとにゃ。
Big change.
Time variance 0.40920.
That is a big change.
409.4. 0.409420.
As the dizziness fades, I exhale slowly and open my eyes. Alright, world, show me your new form.
That caught me best.
We actually are going faster than it's going?
No, I saw the.
Man, I wish I knew what kind of mail Ferris sent. First things first, I'm still in her room. When I look out the window, the Akiba sprawl greets me. I scan the room.
それじゃあカードをオープン。
またウイルスカ
They're
ー
still
ド。まだ
playing
ま
right
だ
now.
爪が甘いにゃ。ピンクカードは3枚取られたでしょ。ウイルスカードは3枚取っちゃったでしょ。マユシーはね、絶対絶命なのです。
What are they doing? The three of them are sitting around a table playing some kind of game.
まだターミナルカードがあるじゃん。次のターンで一発逆転狙えるってマジで。
にゃふふ今さら逆転は無理無理にゃ。ここでフェイリスはターミナルカードのウイルスチェッカーを使っちゃうのにゃ。さあマユシーの残りのウイルスカードはどっちかにゃ。
マジパネっすね、フェイリスターン。
ねえ言ってそのできれば2手3手くらい待ってほしいにゃ。ダメかにゃ。にゃフェイリスの真似してもダメにゃ。そんな
Mary puts her fingers through both her eyes as if to mime tears. Anyway, it looks like they're playing Granite Action Combat. Assistant. Favorite ask. I forgot to mention it, but could you buy some cup noodles for dinner? You know that brand, Hokage #1? That. Continuous. Or discontinue.
Asked by Chris to buy cup noodles twice in a row.
Okay,
That's
that
funny.
I thought you wanted to eat Genchan ramen. Make up your mind.
You know, for a man traveling through time, he's an idiot.
What's amazing to me is how many times he travels through time and Daru never catches on. Not a single time.
What amazes me, how many times he goes through times and he doesn't catch on.
He's still new to this. Give him a break.
I can't. I can't give him a break.
This is only
There
like
is such an obvious time at when things change.
this is like the what 5th time in his life reading Steiner's ever activated. Give him a break.
The second you're going after a email is sent, you have met the conditions that something has changed. You don't know what, you don't know why, but something
It'd be
has
extremely
changed.
disorienting. You can't tell me otherwise. You're gonna need to press space or something. Thank you. Happen again. Reading Steiner. I'm the only person in the world who keeps his memories after the path changes. Ferris's D-mail worked. That's why the three of them are not playing a card game instead of waiting for Ferris to send the button. Ferris never even sent the D-mail. If I look at her phone, there won't be any record of it in her sent history. Even if I demand she tell me what she sent, she won't be able to answer it, because the very fact she sent it has been erased. The only trace of the email is in the recipient's phone, namely Ferris' father's phone, 10 years ago.
Correction, Ferris's father's email 10 years.
But that 10-year-old mail data was most likely erased long ago. I don't think we can check. I have to figure out what changed the hard way. Let's start looking for differences.
Well, first look outside.
やっぱりフェリスちゃんは強いね。最初はマユシーもいい感じだったにゃ。素質はあるにゃ。でもたとえの試合とはいえディフェンディングチャンピオンが負けるわけにはいかないにゃ。それに今度の大会では絶対に優勝するってパパとも約束したのにゃ。その日まで誰にも負けられないにゃ。
Papa, that's the first noticeable difference.
Exactly, Papa. Ferris nods happily.
もしフェイリスが優勝したらパパは仕事中でも時間を作って絶対に祝福に来てくれるって言ってくれたのにゃ。
僕も全力で祝福したいわけだが、その日の夜は空いてるかい？
That sounds creepy.
夜はパパと二人でお食事にゃ。
そう。
あのね、決勝戦はラボのみんなで応援に行くね。ありがとにゃ。
決勝の相手ってバイラルアタッカーズとかいうコンビだったっけ？下馬評じゃノーマークだったのに、まさかフェイリスタンのライバルであるイディオナを任しちゃうとはな。フェイリスタンとイディオナのデュエルは毎回神がかってるから今回も楽しみにしてたのに。
他のライネッターの試合は全然見てないんやけど、バイラルアタッカーズってそんなに強いのかにゃ。
ま、フェイリスタンの敵じゃないよ。フェイリスタンは最強。フェイリスタンは神。
にゃーん。そこまで持ち上げられると照れるにゃ。
As I listen to their conversation, I feel a strange churning in my gut. Something's not right here. A voice whispers from deep within, deeper than reason. I play the conversation back in my head and soon realize the source of my discomfort. The Ferris I knew had never been to an official Rednet tournament. And now she's about to compete in tournament finals. Which means she's been going to tournaments for a while now. This is a change that Ferris wanted to make? Considering the recipient was her father, maybe he was strict and wouldn't let her go to tournaments. Is that it? How? Dude, is that a reason to change the past? Let me just nibble on your finger. There you go. Ferris is only 17 years old. It's not too late for her to start participating in tournaments. Just if there were an age limit to running at tournaments, that would be one thing. I guess it's just that important to her.
He doesn't nibble on my fingers.
At that moment, someone knocks on the door.
Low person.
Hey!
The door opens halfway and a middle-aged man appears. Not the butler.
ルミホ、少しいいかね。
Cat ears are gone.
What the? Ferris quickly gets up and leaves the room.
ぐはフェイリスタンのお父様か。挨拶しておかないとまずくね。
フェリスちゃんのパパさんって社長さんなんだよね。すごいな。
I don't know his name. I've heard his name. No. Can't place what it is. Listen. It's Hakodate number 1.
And returns. Then she turns to us and puts her hands together in a gesture of apology.
ごめんにゃ。フェイリスはパパと出かけなくちゃいけなくなっちゃったにゃ。それじゃあマユシーたちはこれでバイバイさせてもらうね。
Bye bye.
フェイリスタン、僕とのお手合わせは手取り足取りライネットの何たるかを抗議してくれるっていう約束は。
誰もそんな約束してないと思うにゃ。
ええ、そうですとも。言ってみただけだからな。
ダルくん、フェリスちゃんを困らせたらダメなんだよ。ほら、オカリンも帰ろう。
ああ。
そういえば、今日はやけに静かだったにゃ。どうかしたのにゃ。
いや、秋葉を高みから見下ろし、越に入っていただけだ。
さすがオカリン、意味不明なり。
Ferris loves it. Ferris, her dad, and Butler see us off. Her dad tells us.
His name's Kurgi, dang it.
I see like no anime stuff.
All the Moi Moi Kyun is gone.
But Ferris's dad seems like a cool guy. He's not pompous like you expect rich people to be. The sun is setting, but there's still a crowd in front of the station.
Random stomach.
What?
Random stomach in the middle. Zombie.
More foreigners than usual. People come from all over the world to buy electronics and otaku goods in Akiba, but it looks like the satellite is attracting some as well. Man, it's hot. Less than a minute outside and I'm already drenched in sweat. Ferris's air-conditioned apartment was a little slice of heaven. I love air conditioning in the lab, but we don't have that kind of money. Anyway, how about some food? I turn around to ask Daru and Mayushi what they think. I already stopped there.
参りはどこ行った？
あれ、そういえば消えてる。
Did Stardust and Chick activate again? I scan the area. There she is, walking casually towards the station. She's already about 15 meters away. I chase after her.
参り、どこ行く？
Gonna go to the other Moi Town to buy.
オカリン、マユシーはこれからお家に帰るんだけど、中野に寄っていこうと思って。
帰るなら帰るとなぜ言わんのだ？
ごめんね。でもね、中野に行かなきゃって考えてたらね、そのことで頭がいっぱいになっちゃったのです。
マユシの 気配を消していなくなる能力は異常。
Harry does this a lot.
Just wanders off without saying anything. And just like Dutter said, you never know she's gone. But when you turn around and look for her, it's like she's vanished in thin air. Stardust handshake and sneaking fade. Why did her powers have to be so annoying?
そもそも中野に何の用があるのだ。
あのね、昨日アイソードの
That's
同
right,
人
she's
誌
buying
が出たん
dojo.
だ。
エロ
No.
でもね、絵師さんは甲賀由衣さんなんだよ。マユシーは久々に本気出さなきゃって思って。
へえ、甲賀由衣か。去年のガンバムのキャラデザっしょ。
Fictional, formerly known as Mobile Jacket Gundam, a seminal work of robot anime. The first series aired in the late 70s. There have been many sequels and spin-offs.
People who make this series are really big fans of it.
そうだよ。
僕の分も買っといて。
わかったわ。
おいおい、お前たち何を言っているんだ。同人誌ならば虎の穴が目の前にあるではないか。
Tora no Ana. Tora no Ana.
目の前ってどこ？
いや、目の前は目の前だ。あそこに。
I follow my pointing finger. Tora no Ana isn't there.
トラノアナ。
What?
トラノアナ。トラノアナ。
I rubbed my eyes and blinked several times. Doesn't help. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. I check up and down the street, but no, it's nowhere to be found. And that, what's more, I can't find Animate either. It's supposed to be right next to Toranoa. Toranoana. Instead, I see electronic stores. Daichi Kaden and T21 Minami. Never seen them before in my life. I remember Mr. Brown saying that Akiba used to have a lot more electronic shops. Many of them closed. I think Daichi Kaden, and T21 Minami were among them.
虎の穴もアニメイトも一体どこへ行ったのだ。
それはひょっとしてギャグで言っているのか。
秋葉には虎の穴もアニメイトもないよ。だから
ないってどういうことだ。昨日までは普通にあったよな。
Rintaro, come on, catch up, man.
Dude, it's a huge change. You'd be losing it too if you're in this situation. Imagine if you went down to downtown St. Louis and the arch is just not there. You go, you crazy? The arch has never been here. The arch is located in New York. Like, no.
That would completely depend on one specific thing. Did I already have instances of changing the past?
Doesn't matter. A large enough change would still give you a shock. It'd still take some time for it to sink in, especially if it's only the fourth time you've ever changed the past.
This man is crazy. I wasn't really paying attention on the way to Ferris's apartment, but I'm pretty sure they were still there.
だからないって。そもそもそういう萌えショップが秋葉にあるわけないじゃん。萌えの聖地といえば中野だろ、上皇。
秋葉の方が萌えの聖地としては世界規模で有名ではないか。
ついに暑さでおかしくなったかオカリン。秋葉は電気街。萌えショップができようもんならマニアどもが暴動を起こすレベルだお。
Electronics otaku would write. That feeling again. Dissonance. My memories aren't natural. The past has changed. Part of me knows what has happened. But I still can't help but ask.
マンダル家は
What about Manover?
ないよ。
秋葉王は
それは普通にあるっしょ。
同人誌を売ってる秋葉王国のことだ。
なんぞそれ。
秋葉王で同人誌が売ってるの？
それはないわ。いくらなんでも無理があるわ。
ゲーマーズはラムタラはメロンブックスは遊びとシティはこの街の混沌が薄らいでいる。
That's his first look in this place. Every last store that sold anime, erotic, and more good has disappeared from the In a final, desperate attempt to deny reality, I run to May Queen Nenya, the maid cafe where Mayuri and Ferris work, and which Daru and I frequent. But upon arriving at the storefront, I am forced to my knees in abject defeat.
ない。
One. It was not just the Moai stores, even the maid cafes have disappeared.
マユリ、お前メイクインで働いていたよな。
メイクインって何かな？じゃがいも？
メイクインニャンニャンだ。
I see, I asked Daru too, no reaction.
マヨシーがバイトしてるのはルモアンヌだよ。
ルモアンヌ？それはメイド喫茶か。
ううん、普通の喫茶店。
秋葉にはメイド喫茶は一軒もないのか。
ねえよ。秋葉に来る人間はそういう萌えビジネスとか毛嫌いしてんだから誰も寄りつかないって。
It's clear now. This has to be the result of Fettis' email. The butterfly effect is at it again. Fettis said she had influence over Akiba's development board. They adopted her plan and embraced the Moai industry. But by sending an email to 2000, the world line has shifted to one where that never happened. Akiba is still electronics all the way. To think that a single mail could rewrite 10 years of the town's history. Is it okay to change history on a whim like this? I almost feel guilty about it, but since I am the only one who remembers the original Akiba, nobody can blame me. It's not like I can change it back. But still, what in the world did Ferris' email say?
Can you imagine not having any clue if it was reversible and just having this big of a change? Like, kind of a reality shock that I shouldn't be messing with.
The next morning, I go for a stroll through the streets of Akiba. What I discover is that, although the chaotic energy familiar to me has receded, Akiba is still Akiba at its core. The few electronic stores that I used to frequent are still there. In fact, they've multiplied. You can still hear their loud theme songs and the cries of salesmen all the way from the sidewalk. electronics otaku, and PC maniacs walk the streets with unkempt, wrinkled clothes and eyes burning with intense purpose. There are even cheerful foreigners taking in the sights. The maids and young female otaku have disappeared, but the hobbyist essence of the town is unchanged. I admit it's a relief. Yesterday, I heard from Mayuri how we met Fedis on this world line. I was wondering if Makely no longer exists. It was at a small Rhinet tournament at a toy store in...
Pick up a girl. We went to cheer on Daru, but he dropped out because of his stomach ache, so Mary and I ended up taking his place.
Our opponent was Fedis. We got crushed, but Mayuri says that Fedis is very gracious and gave us advice about it. That was the beginning of the beautiful thing. Our past has changed considerably, yet we still ended up with the same close relationships we had in the last world. Fascinating. Maybe Lady Luck is looking out for us. I've got mail. Ow!
なんだこれ。
Good job. What's going on here? I spin around, searching the crowd. A few passerbys look at me strangely. I don't care. Something is wrong. Goosebumps break out over my body.
機関か。それともセル。
Maybe, sir. Not the old. If so, then this mail is a threat. The pulse skyrockets. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! What do I do? Do I tell someone? Who? I can't involve anyone. It's a prank. It has to be. Ignore it. What if it's serious? Are the men in black coming? I'm dead. They'll erase me. Erase us. Should I call the police? No, not enough evidence. What do I do? What do I do? What the hell do I... Thoughts spin inside my head. Every pedestrian looks and like an enemy.
Yes, we still need to do that. Same as the icon.
I flee from the crowd. I heard a familiar tune in the background.
After I managed to calm myself down, I head back to the lab. For now, I'll write that mail off as a prank. That's later. It's still early. Well, I guess it's actually noon, but Mary, Kurisu, and Lukako are already at the lab when I return. I greet them, trying to keep the anxiety out of my voice.
お盆休み期間の日曜日だというのに、ずいぶん暇そうだな、ラボメンガールズよ。
A Japanese holiday during which people return to their hometown to see parents and relatives. This includes passing respect to family members who have passed away by visiting and cleaning their graves.
あ、岡部さん、お邪魔してます。おかり、おはよう。
Heyo. The two cute high school girls waved to me in greeting. By the way, one of these girls is actually a boy. In any case, the sight warms my heart, or would if it not for a certain assistant who just gives me a bored look before going back to reading.
何をしているのだ？
Ari and Lukako are sitting next to each other on the sofa reading a book together. You think that that's a dude when their legs are that close together? No. That's physically impossible.
昨日 の
Looks like a
ね
cosplay photo album.
中野に同人誌を買いに行くって言ったでしょ。その時にね、とっても可愛いレイヤーさんの同人写真集を見つけたんだ。
That's probably the derpiest photo they've got of her in the entire game.
だからね、つい衝動買いしちゃったの。ほら見て、ルカちゃん、これブラチューのセドナコスだよ。作り込みすっごい
The donut
な。
from
すごく
Brochu.
可愛いよね。
Popular TV anime based on a manga. 26 episodes were broadcast last year. The main heroine, Sarah Orgel, is popular, especially among female otaku. Yes, in Chaos it is called Barachu. It's called Blood Tune because it was properly.
That a 10 can go fuck off. Nah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
本当だ。
I see, she's showing it to Lipico as part of his re-education. To think that he was so reluctant to get involved in cosplay. Looks like Mayuri's persistence has paid off. Actually, judging by his obvious interest in the photo album, maybe he was always interested in cosplay, just too shy to cosplay himself.
ねえねえ、クリスちゃんも見てみてよ。感動しちゃうんだから。
別にいいわ。
Looks like Kurisu is not interested in the photo album. Just gives a cold humph. Instead, she's reading a difficult-looking English book. Dang it, there's no time to be showing off your intelligence. You're gonna make Mayuri cry if you talk to her like that. Or so I thought, but Mayuri doesn't even seem to mind, so I stay out of it.
あ、次のページからは水着だ。すごい。露出度高いな。スタイルもすごくいいし、グラビアアイドルみたい。憧れるな。憧れてるの？水着に？僕、こんなにスタイル良くないから。でもね、ルカちゃんはきっと大きなお友達からははぁ言われちゃうよ。
Hey now, Mayuri, what are you saying? It's like you're referring to Daru with that remark.
あのね、貧乳は正義なの。だからね、胸なんてなくても自信持っていいんだよ。
Kurisu starts choking on her coffee. I know how she feels. I almost did a spit take with my soda. Mayuri's breasts are huge for her height, so her advice lacks a certain element of persuasion.
そうだ。コミマが終わったら一緒に海に遊びに行こうよ。せっかく夏なんだしね。マユシーもずっとコス作りしてて、夏休みはちっとも遊べてないもん。
Kurisu in a bikini.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Mayuri in a bikini.
ねえねえ、
Yes, please.
オカリン、ク
I
リスちゃ
introduce
ん、
you to
どうか
linear
な？
bounded pentagram.
ラボメンのみんなで海
I
に。
introduce you to linear bounded pentagram. Actually, no. It's my darling embrace. Sorry. My bad.
Madarang.
ラボメンのみんな？
No, not you.
Yes, you.
私は行かないわよ。もう少ししたらアメリカに帰らなきゃ。荷造りもまだしてないから、そんな余裕はない。
確かにラボでのんびりと読書をしているほどだからな。よほど余裕がないと見える。
What do you?
Kurisu
What do you?
snaps her book
What do
shut
you
and
do?
glares at me
Okay.
because he likes her.
だったらはっきり言わせてもらう。変態野郎2人と一緒に海水浴なんて言ってられるか。女子メンバー限定というなら
Mayuri a
喜
pervert.
んで参加させてもらうわ。
ふん素直になったらどうだクリスティーナ。私は伝部の猛虎犯を男子に見られたくないので一緒には行けませんと。
Mongolian spot, a bluish birthmark commonly found on Asian children, usually disappears by the age of 5.
蒙古斑なんてないわよ。
そもそも女子メンバー限定ならばそこのルカ子も無理ではないか。
何それ、どういう意味？
この前わざわざ教えてやっただろう。ルカ子は正真正銘の男だとな。
Let me know when this is done. I hate this part.
You have to watch, dude.
No.
Put on your hair.
I have no reason to.
Didn't we tell you earlier Lukako is a bona fide guy? My declaration of the truth. Freezes the air instantly. Huh? There's something off about the reaction. Have a quick run the raw, man.
女の子に向かって男呼ばわりなんて。
You're the worst. Where do you get off calling her a guy?
そうだよ。オカリン、そういうこと言うのはね、マユシ好きじゃないな。
Even Ryrie condemns me. Lukako, meanwhile, turns pale and hangs his head so I can't see his face. Is he crying? Normally he'd get depressed and say something about how embarrassed he'd be to wear a swimsuit, but he wouldn't start crying.
クリスティーナお前が現実から目を背けたくなるのはわかる。ルカ子は男でありながらとても可憐だからな。
岡部、
Gracie's advances on me with a stern glare.
私にへんてこなあだ名をつけるぐらいなら冗談で済むからいいけど、いや本当は良くないが、今のあんたの言い草は冗談になってない。他人を傷つけるようなやつじゃないと思ってたけど違ったみたいね。今のあんたは本気で最低よ。
え？
What did you deserve this tongue lashing?
謝りなさい。今すぐ漆原さんに謝りなさい。
いやいや、謝るも何も俺は真実しか言ってな。
いいんです。
Lukako gets up from the sofa, his head is still hanging and his voice is barely audible.
僕、岡部さんにそういう風に見られてたんですね。
Yes,
いやい
yes
や
it
いや
is.
そういう風ではなく、ルカ子、お前は男だろ。それともお前まで現実逃避に走ったか？
現実逃避してるのはあんただろうが。
そうだよ。ルカちゃんは女の子なのに、オカリンひどいよ。
というかマユリよ、なぜお前は急にルカ子への呼び方をルカくんからルカちゃんに変えた？
岡部、いつまで続ける気？彼女は女の子よ。
Why are you just now questioning that? She said it nonstop all day yesterday.
Because he doesn't get. Would you? That's not something you really pay attention to. You don't really pay attention to the honorifics, like. You know to look out for it. He wouldn't have thought about that. Besides, he calls him Lukako. So, you know, why wouldn't they question him calling him Lukako?
No, because I call Luca in both realities.
Doubt it. Because the Akko part is him reminding himself that that's a dude. Mario nods in agreement. Huh? What's going on here? Is this some kind of prank?
僕、帰ります。
Lukako tries to slip by me out of the lab. I grab his hand to stop him from leaving.
待てルカ子、俺を担ぐのはよせ。お前は正真正銘の男だ。なぜならここに。
I pin Lukako's arms and reach for his package. Let's see what you're hiding down. Nothing.
お
おおおおえ あれなんで
I feel around some more.
岡部さん、やめてください。
Nothing. Nada. Should be there. I mean, yeah, neat. Electric current runs through my brain. No. Yes, way. So that's what happened.
ルカ子お前
The email that I thought had failed was actually a success.
お前は女なのか
最初からそう言っとるだろ
She sounds pissed.
I have second layer Crease who cracks me over the head with her heavy textbook. They said into the chat.
That's what that's for. My vision cleared. The couple is crying. Harry is rubbing her back comfortingly. Gracie, meanwhile, is glaring down at me like I'm something she scraped off the bottom of her shoe. Daru, who arrived a moment ago in the corner, is trying not to laugh. Honestly, I can't blame him. Righteous high school girl makes perverted college guy beg for forgiveness. If I had to put a title of the scene, that's what it would be. Top of my head is throbbing. It's likely because Karisu wiped out 100 million of my precious neurons and envied by scientists. Over.
Someone else joined action.
一度あんたの頭を切り開いて脳だけ取り出してよく洗浄してやりたい気分よ。できればそのまま体に戻さず培養液の中にぶち込んで
Look at
一
that
生
smile
あん
she's
な
got.
ハレンチな真似できないようにもしてやりたい。とにかく警察に突き出されないだけありがたいと思いなさい。
はい
Now you get to sit, stay the style for a couple
すいません
hours.
Huh?
Now you get to sit, stay the style for a couple hours.
I didn't think it would be gone. Lokako has become a girl. Her face hasn't changed. It's flat as a board. Definitely. No denying that what my hand. I guess that's that ridiculous superstition. Girl, does this count as a scientific break? Anyway, I better apologize to. Hope she doesn't get PTSD because some pervert roped her. I mean, she's a 17-year-old girl now. Was to begin with. Need to be as gentle as humanly possible. Wouldn't be surprised if she. I have no one but myself to blame. I have to accept the consequences.
だいたいなんだって漆原さんが男の子だなんていう妙な妄想に取りつかれたんだ。
それについては前にも言ったはずだ。D メールによる過去改変だよ。ルカ子は男だったが 女の子になりたいという願いをもとに D メールを送り、それは成功した。世界線が変わったその瞬間を俺は確かに認識していた。
Then you should have known it was a girl. Jackass. You shouldn't word it
リ
this
ーディン
way.
グ・シュタイナーによってな。
He's just burying himself in a bigger hole. Bigger grave. Sorry, Coco. Every time you remotely get comfortable, I get uncomfortable. It's just how it be.
Huh? その点については反省せねばなるまい。俺はもっと自分の持つ特殊な力を信じるべきだったと。
Used to call me ready is her book above.
また食らいたい？
No, please.
あ、いや本当なんだ。これについては信じてくれ。
Yeah, I like how quickly backpedals. Like, no, please believe me.
この現象を理論立てて説明するとだ。D メールを送るたび、この世界が辿ってきた歴史が変わる。つまり過去が変わる。それを俺の脳は知覚できるのだよ。
Leap to my feet, overcome with excitement.
世界中でこの俺だけがインガリスの変化を認識できる。そう。例えるなら、俺はこの世界の観測者ということだ。
Here in reality, you have absolutely no proof that you are the only one. Again, dumbass. On the ground, expecting to see awe on their faces.
いいから座れ。
Sit down, pervert.
わからないのか？観測者、すなわち量子力学的に言うところのシュレディンガーの猫の実験における箱を開ける人なのだぞ。
シュレディンガー
That's not even remotely what close to what he
う
said.
わ出たよ、シュレディンガーの猫。日本人のシュレディンガー好きは異常。
あんたも日本人だろ。
もううんざりって感じっすわ。猫が可愛いのは認めるがな。
That's an old meme, sir, but it checks out.
Word kitten, Neko, corrupted for cute, used by cat lovers or. I'm not. If you don't know what Schrodinger's cat is, look it up. PTSD.
If you don't know what
Post-traumatic stress
PTSD is,
disorder.
look it up.
You don't know what PTSD is, either view this or I'm not reading it. PTSD thing.
It's interesting that they translated it kitty like that, because that's actually legitimately something we in America would remember from the that era that this game was made. Whereas they use Nuko instead of Neko, so it's one letter different, you know, to make it cuter. It's interesting that they also had the same sort of thing as our language did.
That is absolutely right. Whenever an anime wants to use quantum mechanics, the characters always talk about Schrodinger's cat.
とにかく俺はそういう特殊な力を宿す魔眼を持っている。その名をリーディングシュタイナーと呼ぶことについては以前説明した通りだ。
その リーディングしたいなって名前。バカっぽいからやめろって私も以前言ったはずよね。いかにも和製英語って感じ。漫画の必殺技みたい。文法としては破綻してるし、シュタイナーがシュタインのことなら前半は英語で後半はドイツ語とか、むちゃくちゃだわ。
Have a good night.
ちなみにこれはシュタインズゲートだっけ？それにも言える。
まだまだ伝部の猛虎犯が取れぬようだな、クリスティーナよ。
She's holding a book, primed and ready to smack you in the head. Don't taunt her.
ネーミングは五感がすべて。かの天才レオナルド・ダ・ヴィンチにも被験する俺の想像力は、文法などというつまらない決まり事に縛られたりはしないのだ。
She hits me again. I'm seeing stars.
少しは反省しろ。
すいません。
Look like I was still crying. As punishment, I spend the next 30 minutes on my knees under Carisu's watchful eye. If I slouch for a second, I get the corner of her book. I'd accept being told "die pervert" if it were coming from Lukaku. But why the hell is Karisu butting in? Didn't do anything to her. Does she think she's one of those class president characters? Anyway, flee the lab as soon as my punishment is over. The silent pressure from the girls is just too much to bear. I step into the sun, stretch my legs, and stretch. My legs are numb from the kneeling, so I can barely stare straight. At that moment, the brown tube workshop doors open, and out comes part-time warrior. Me.
おー
Second best girl. Buzz.
She's also energetic.
なんでそんなふにゃふにゃしてんの？
こういう体操があるのだ。
ふーん、知らなかったな。
Suzuha answers listlessly as she sits down on the bench. When she aimlessly gazes skyward, I follow suit. Huge clouds are slowly swallowing. A helicopter flies overhead. I can hear its propeller slicing.
絶好のサイクリング日和だね。
そうか？
But it's so damn hot. How can you exercise on a day like that? I gotta drink hot coffee in a well-air-conditioned room while browsing them. Now that's a luxury break. Only a lab at air conditioning.
あのさ、ちょっとサイクリングしない？
Honestly, she has to be.
チャリは1台しかないではないか。
二人乗りすればいいじゃん。
バイトを放り出していいのか？
Suzuha pops into the store. She's back in less than a
許
minute.
可取ってきた。どうせ客なんて来ないし。
I try to think of an excuse to refuse, but nothing comes.
俺はマッドサイエンティストであってサイクリストではないのだぞ。なのになぜ俺がお前を後ろに乗せて漕がなければならないのだ。
その昔、アリストテレスが言いました。時間は運動の数であるってね。だから運動した方がいいよ。
That doesn't make sense. I'm exhausted. We barely made it to the station. die if I went into the block. This was a terrible idea. I should have known better. I get off the bicycle and sit against the station wall. Suzuha sets the bike against the wall and crouches next to me. Sitting on the ground is undignified for a man of my stature. No matter, I need a few moments to catch my breath. I watch the crowds of people move past. Nearly all of them are men. Here and there I see people carrying large boxes, most likely PC parts or appliances. There isn't an anime poster explaining. When Akiba changed, so did the people who Luka-chan emanates an aura that makes you want to tease her, and you just reacted to that. I understand. When Mayushi's with Luka-chan, I feel a little sadistic too, but still, shouldn't tease her in real life.
What the heck, Mary?
I get it, it's a little dark.
Got something you want to talk about there? Nothing to respond to.
I'm not gonna respond. Fuck.
It's not really necessarily dark. She's just said teasing, not necessarily anything for.
This atmosphere, it's kind of retro. It's the Akiba I've only seen in pictures. Akiba at the end of the 20th century. The electric town in its purest form. It has risen from the ashes of the past, and the only one who knows it.
私さ、
Suzuha
東京
murmurs.
に来たのは10日前が初めてなんだよね。
I didn't know that.
夏休みを利用した観光ではないよな。
父さんを捜索するため。
Good way to put it.
蒸発でもしたのか。
I meant as a joke, but Suzuha looks so serious. I didn't grow up again.
もう何年も会ってなくて、この町にいるのは分かってるんだけどさ。
そうなのか。しかし、ならばバイトなどしている場合ではないのでは？
Suzuha works at the Brown Tube workshop from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. I doubt that Lee has much time to study.
当てがないっていうのが正直なとこ。
警察に捜索願いは出したのか？
ううん。
だったら出すべきだろう。あとは金があるならば更新所に頼むとか。
そんな予算はないな。それにいろいろ事情があるんだよ。たださ、一回だけチャンスはあるんだ。そのチャンスが明日なの。明日ある場所に現れるかもしれなくて。
Rather ominous ring to it. Could be her father or some kind of fugitive. They stay silent, unable to think of a response.
そのチャンスを逃したら、私もうこの町を離れなきゃいけない。
離れるとは地元に帰るのか？
行かなきゃいけないところがあるからさ。私も多忙なわけよ。
What?
もともと明日会えなかったら諦めるつもりだったし。
Suzuha blush. Don't take that off. Don't you do that. Don't you defile my Suzuha.
わかるぞ、その気持
I'm
ち。
gonna have to look at the other screen. I can't.
誰も知らないこの町でたった一人で父親を探す。 さぞや心細いことだろう。
Now you see what you've done. Hello, people watching. We're trying to get a thing off the monitor because the streamer here isn't it.
不安な気持ちを紛らわすため誰
What
か
the
に
hell?
相談したいわけだな。そして身近にいる人間で最も頼りになりそうなこの法王院教魔にすがったわけか。だが残念だったな。俺のような狂気のマッドサイエンティストに頼ったのがお前の運の尽きだ。バイト戦士よ。
はあ、
そんなお前は俺が実験台として使ってやろうではないか。
実験台って？
決まっている。時間を遡ることができる人類科学の夢 D メールだ。
I've heard explained D-mail to Susan before.
お前にはその実験台となってもらおう。
どうするの？
Susan takes a step back. She finally realizes the danger she's.
何？簡単なことだ。俺は今 D メール検証実験のデータを少しでも多く求めている。お前にも過去を変えてもらうのだ。もっともその変えた過去を認識できるのはこの俺だけだがな。非道だと思うのならば勝手にするがいい。だがお前はもはや俺の毒牙にかかった子羊。逃がしはしない。そうだ、いいことを思いついた。お前が過去へ送るメールの内容についてだ。
No, that's not
いい
gonna
か
work.
よく聞け。お前は蒸発する前の父親へとこうメールを送るのだ。娘を置いていくなとな。
君ってさ、いいやつだね。
Huh.
に
なんかちょっとだけ楽になったかも。
お前俺を侮辱するつもりか。俺はいいやつなどではない。実験のことしか考えていない狂気のマッドサイエンティストである。分かったならばお前の父親の携帯アドレスを教えろ。教えなければ俺の右腕が火を吹くぞ。ちなみに封印が解かれた右腕を俺は制御できない。お前の命も保証できんと言っておこ
ごめん、無理なんだ。
う。あくまで逆らうのか。
父さんの携帯の番号もメルアドも知らないから。
あ、そう。
Oh,
Well, that's a letdown.
まあだからこそ明日にかけてるわけでさ。心配してくれてサンキュー。
thank you.
Thank you.
心配などしていない。実験台にできなくてがっかりしてい
Got
るだ
about
け
half
だ。
an hour.
Why do you have to say things in the creepiest ways? I'm sorry, I couldn't experiment.
でもす
Why
ごい
does she
ね。
have to say things in the cutest
メー
ways?
ルを過去に送れるなんて人類初のタイムマシンじゃん。
ふん、すごいのは当然だろう。なぜなら俺は法王院教魔だからな。
アップグレードの予定は？
アップグレード？
そのタイムマシンのアップグレード、例えば人そのものを送れちゃうようになるとか。
検討中だ。
No good ideas yet.
だったらさ、作る前に一つ忠告。マキセ・クリスは仲間から外した方がいい。
そういえばお前、あいつのことをやけに嫌っていたな。
さてと、そろそろ工房に戻らなくちゃ。30分休憩をもらっただけだからさ、そろそろ帰んないと怒られちゃうよ。
I stop Suzuha as she gets on the bike.
明日は父親と会えても会えなくてもラボに来い。
なんで？
Suzuha blush.
お前の昇進を利用して D メールを使わせてやる。
There's nothing more creepy than the laugh he just did.
さすがマッドサイエンティスト。悪逆非道だね。もし父さんと会えたなら行くよ。その時はみんなで祝福をあげてよね。
She laughs happily. Then she starts pedaling. And then I realize she left me behind.
待て、俺も乗せていけ。おい。
Suzuha doesn't even wait, leaving me with no choice but to run back to the lab.
これより作戦名エルドフリームニルの概要について説明する。
Eldrimnir. Eureka! Going to infiltrate now. What should I do? I'm so nervous. I can't see my own heart, like peeking through frosted glass. Wish me luck. Over and out. Like this.
Have a random text.
Not random at all.
Oh, it's the next day.
Norse mythology, the cauldron used to cook for the gods. The only lab members here today are Mayuri, Kurisu, and Lukuko. I couldn't get a hold of Ferris and Morika. They must be busy. Beru, meanwhile, gives me some crap about having things to do. I was prepared for Lukuko to refuse my invitation, but since she's here, I guess she's forgiven me. Now at least.
お前たちにはこれから宴会用の買い出しに行ってもらう。
You guys. There's none of them that's a guy. I explained to the lab members what Suzuha told me yesterday.
あんたは何するの？
俺か？俺はこれからバイト選手を尾行し、状況を逐一報告。
やめなさいよ、悪趣味だな。親子水入らずにさせてやれ。
いちいち突っかかるなクリスティーナ。お前は人間の心理というものを理解していない。人というのはそうやって一周されると意地でも自らの意志を通したくなってしまうのだ。
She doesn't understand the intricacies of the human psyche. You know who you're talking to. The person who got a big old article and awards in Science for her work in brain mapping technology. Come on now.
独善的すぎ。
そもそもクリスティーナよ、お前とバイト選手は対立していたはずだ。にもかかわらずそのような気遣いをするとは大した偽善ぶりだな。
あんたの行動が人としてダメすぎるんだろ。
そうだよ。邪魔するのはね、良くないと思うな。
Even during the strategy meeting, Mayuri keeps working on her costume. Lukuko hasn't agreed to wear it yet, but Mayuri's enthusiasm is strong.
それよりもどんな結果になってもあったかく迎えてあげようよ。そのためにもね、マユシーは買い出しを張り切っちゃうつもりです。でも僕、その鈴葉さんという人と会ったことはないんですけど。すずさんはね、とってもいい人だからルカちゃんもすぐに仲良くなれるよ。
いい人ね。
とにかく俺はこれから尾行を。
だからダメだっつってんでしょ。
調子の分際で俺に指図をするな。
In the end, I couldn't get permission to tail Susan.
逃げたら承知しないからな。
Chris is forcing me to help her with the shopping. There's no way out. Oh no! Whatever will I do? I'm stuck with Kurisu. Dang it. Kurisu really is turning into a class president character. At this rate, she might take over the lab. Wait, see what Suzuha was warning me about? Nah. Anyway, time to get my head in the game. We must prepare for the Last Supper. Operation Eldermere. The Last Supper refers to our party for supper with Suzuha. In the event she reunites with her father, we'll just celebrate normally. In other words, it'll be her last supper in Tokyo. However, if she doesn't reunite with her father, we'll kidnap her and force her to participate in our experiments. Sacrifices must be made if we're going to perfect DML technology. In that case, it'll be the last supper on this world line. The lab's budget, most of which comes out of my pocket, is tight, but it's okay to party with. There's no such thing as low risk, high return. High risk, high return. That's how a mad scientist operates. Muhahaha! I can already taste Suzuha's despair.
あら、あそこにいるのって。
Daru. I follow Kreese's finger to see Daru emerge from Yodobashi camera.
見つけたぞダル。
なんでだる。
え？あ！
I grab his collar to stop him from escaping.
お前、俺の招集に応じないとはどういうつもりだ。
だから用事があるって言ってんじゃん。
用事とは？
オフ会。
話にならんな。
いや、ちょっと聞いてくれよ。
オフ会とラボメンガールズの手作り料理が食べられるパーティー。お前はどちらを選ぶ？
手作りだと？一つ確認したい。そこにフェイリスタンはいますか？
No, but before Kurisu can answer that, I whisper to Daru.
無論だ。フェイリスもラボメンだからな。
そう、どうしてバッティングするんだよ。せめて明日にしてくれれば。
どうする？決断の時だ。お前自身が選択しろ。
フェイリスタンの手料理が食べたいです。
オフ会を諦めればそこで試合終了だよ。
諦める。僕はオフ会を諦めるぞ。
Daru surrenders all to
You know, Okabe. Maybe that offline.
When we return to the lab, Mary and Lukiko are already starting preparations.
あれれ、ダルくんがいるよ。
フェイリスタンは？フェイリスタンはいずこに？
橋田、あんた騙されてるわよ。
フェリスちゃんは来られないって言ってたけど。
マジで？おいオカリン、これはどういうことだよ。ドッキリってレベルじゃねえぞ。
次の機会があったら話をつけておいてやる。
ふざけんなよ。せっかくのタイムマシンオフ会だったのに。
タイムマシンオフ会？何それ？
僕がよく見に行く SF 関係の BBS があるんだよ。そこのオフ会なんだ。プロの作家なんかも来る予定だったのに。僕はオカリンを許さない。絶対にだ。
なぜ先にそれを言わないのだ。そんなオフ会があるならば俺も言っていたのに。
Suddenly, I smell something strange.
何か異臭がしないか？
一周？
タコ足配線のしすぎでどこかの電源がショートしていないか？
すみません。
Lukiko is apologizing for something.
多分まゆりちゃんの作ってるお料理の匂いだと思います。
Nani? Does it smell of food?
私も手伝うわ。
じゃあ卵を温めてもらって。
電話レンジ使う？
Tamago. Please.
ダメです。生卵をレンジに入れたら爆発しちゃいます。
ドアを剥ぎ取ったんだから大丈夫なんじゃない？
No!
トトトドーントントトトトトン。まゆりちゃん、そんな持ち方したら危ないよ。
What the hell's going on here? Better and I exchange glances.
俺たちも手伝うべきか。むしろあのガールズどもをキッチンから排除すべきでは。
結果は同じじゃね？
めまいがしてきた。この現実を改変したい気分だ。
ハゲドウ、オカリン、この恨み末代まで忘れん。
本気ですまないと思っている。だがダル、俺と共に死んでくれ。
保険としてピザ頼んどくわ。
It only gets worse. The smoke grows thicker by the second, filling my lungs with ash and tar. In less than an hour, the girls have transformed the lab into a Class 5 disaster zone. I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。どうやら邪神の封印を解いてしまったらしい。もし1時間以内に連絡がなかったら、
What, is it going faster than we are?
両親に愛していると伝えてくれ。
オカリン、それ死亡フラグ。
What's the death flag?
これがシュタインズゲートの選択なのか。ヘルプさえ関係ない。
After the storm has passed,
うわー、
遅いな。
the sun has already set. The food lined up on the table, none of it looking clearly appetizing. It's already grown cold. I open my phone and check the time. It's getting late. The high school girls need to head back soon. Was Suzuha able to meet her father? If so, they might have a lot to talk about. There's only one word in Suzuha's email. That means she didn't meet her father? And now she plans to leave town alone?
そんなことはこの法王院教魔が許さん。あいつは実験台なのだから。
Playad's lab. I don't know where Suzuha is. All I can do for now is go to the station. If she's going to leave town, she should be using public transportation. If she's using the Hibiya line on the other side of the station, then I've struck out. But if she's going to take the bullet train from Tokyo to Tokyo or Ueno, then she'll have to pass through here. I carefully scan the thinning count around Akita Station. Where is she? After about 30 minutes of watching the crowd, I spot something. My gaze focuses on a person walking in from the inside. It's Suzuha, shuffling along with her head bowed. As she gets closer, I can see that she's wiping her eyes. Is she crying? I don't see anyone walking with her. I guess she couldn't find her father after all. Hey, father away from where he's supposed to
そこのバイト選手
be. You there, part-time warrior.
15 minutes.
What?
15 minutes.
You say that. Suzuha looks up in surprise. I can see the tracks of tears on her face. Just as our eyes are about to meet, Suzuha looks away. And then she turns and runs out of the station.
待て
I give chase, ignoring the stares of passers-by. She's gone. Damn it. Where did she... Hold on a second. Why am I chasing her?
Yeah, time machine.
Do I have some kind of urge to chase things that run away? That's stupid. I'm not a dog. Shouldn't I just leave her be? It's not like we're that close, right?
君ってさ、いいやつだね。なんかちょっとだけ楽になったかも。
Because Suzuha is all alone and stuff. What if I was the only one she could talk to about her father? I know she's hurt. She needs my help. Shouldn't I do everything in my power? Just now, I think I saw someone that looked like Susan. The run from the station has left me exhausted. I dropped to my knees, gasping for breath. My sides ache. I can't take another step. Even after searching this entire area around the station, I couldn't find Suzuha. I guess this, too, is the choice of Steins. As I rest, I looked up at the night sky. The satellite remains buried in Radican's wall. I wiped the sweat off my brow and head back to the lab.
おかり、すずさんには会えた？
Everyone's still there when I return.
もう遅いからみんな帰るんだ。
でも
結局どうなったのよ。
そうだ、一人で納得してんなよ。
鈴葉には逃げられた。どうやら父親には会えなかったようだ。
そっか。
Gloomy silence falls. I can see the sadness on everyone's face. I begin to laugh.
岡部さん、どうしたんですか？大丈夫ですか？
走りすぎで脳に酸素が届いてないんじゃない？
オカリン、決めす。
いや、お前たちがしょんぼりしているのが傑作でな。どいつもこいつも何をしょぼくれている。こんな時のために俺たちにはあれがあるではないか。
I thrust my finger at certain development room.
D メールを使うの？
でもさ、この時間じゃ電話レンジの放電現象は起きなくね？
起きないのならば明日送ればいい話だ。
Emails leap through time. It matters not when we send it, but when it is received.
誰になんて送るの？
今日の昼間の俺自身へ。内容はクリスティーナの脅迫に屈せず意地でもバイト選手を尾行せよ。
If I do that, there's no way I can fail. And then we can have Suzuha as the test subject. I suddenly hear the sound of rain. I look outside the window and see that the rain has started to fall. As Dara predicted, the discharge phenomenon does not occur. It looks like we'll have to wait until tomorrow. The rain grows stronger over time, eventually becoming a storm. It's hard to believe it rained all night. There's no cloud in the sky. I keep checking the Braun Tube workshop through the window, but the morning passes without any sign. Checking these opening the satellite up and disappeared. Oh no, as well. They say the satellite disappeared. I wonder what happened. Did it fly away? It's like a magic trick. Well, good night.
Sessions.
She's probably long gone from Akiba. She doesn't know who she's dealing with. She is but a pawn in my game, designed to fight for me at Ragnarok. At the stroke of noon, I activate the phone wave. The destination is my phone. Yesterday, around 4 p.m. The discharge phenomenon occurs as normal. Floor shakes violently.
Don't listen to Chris.
Squinting against the glare, I send the mail. .337.187.
Eco change. This is bigger than the Akiba change.
My brain shakes violently. My vision flickers. As the vertigo passes, I can hear my heartbeat and feel the warm blood coursing through my body. Slowly. That was the sensation of reading Steiner Act. So I know Suzuha is out. Hurry downstairs. Step outside and look to the front of the building. What belongs there has returned. A mountain bike, polished to a shining finish. And on the bench next to it, looking up into the summer sky, is Amane's.
おはよう、バイト戦士。
Try to remain calm as I call out to her.
うーす。
She greets me in her usual listless fashion.
サボり中か？
だって客来ないし。それに昨日は夜中まで上で騒いでたからさ。すっごく眠たいんだよね。
夜中まで騒いでいた？誰が？
岡部倫太郎さ、昨日お酒飲んでたっけ？酔っ払いだな。未成年なのにダメなんだぞ。
We have shifted from a war line where we failed to stop Suzuha from leaving to one where we succeeded. As a result, the events of yesterday changed.
俺たちは昨日の夜、お前が父親に会えなかったので実験台となってもらうための最後の晩餐を開いた。そうだな。
そうそう。昨日も君、そんなこと言ってた。昨日は私のために、サンキュー。
Thank you.
いまいちよく覚えてないんだが、俺は一体どうやってお前を確保した？
まさか、本当に昨日お酒飲んでた？
いいから聞かせてくれ。
私がタイムマシンオフ会から帰ろうとしたら。
So, should I assume that Okabe is dumb enough not to catch on about connecting the dots here? She just said who she's meeting.
For some reason, I didn't connect it out when I played.
The dot's so obvious.
When you know.
ちょっと待て。タイムマシンオフ会？
Okay, good. He does catch it.
うん。
That's the same offline meet that Taru was going.
それが父親が現れるかもしれないという場所だったのか。
そうだって昨日説明したじゃん。
それで 帰ろうとしたら？
いきなり君と橋田至、それに椎名真由里が現れて、私はラボに連行されました。めでたしめでたし。
My pursuit of Suzuha was a resounding success. I can't help but smile at how smoothly things went. Suzuha, meanwhile, looks back up at the clear blue sky.
昨日は楽しかったな。
Her tone is sincere.
マキセクリスさえいなければもっと楽しめたけどさ。あいつの作ったアップルパイ、殺人的なまずさだったし。でも漆原ルカのカレーは極上だった。君たちのラボ、サークルみたいなものだっけ？ああいう場所ってさ、なんかいいね。みんな仲が良くていつも楽しそうで、あんなに心地いい時間は生まれて初めてだったよ。
Sounds like Suzuha had a pretty dark childhood. Maybe she was bullied in school? Could that be related to her father's disappearance?
バイト選手よ、約束通り
So no, he connected the dot,
お前に
but
は
he did
実
not
験台
connect
になっ
it
てもらうぞ。
fully. Part-time Moria, as promised, you are now my test subject.
でもさ、この前も言ったけど、私父さんのメールアドレス知らないんだってば。
ならば実験はいずれ分かった時まで延期だ。ちなみに実験に用いる電話レンジ仮は我がラボの最高機密事項のため外部に情報を漏らされないようお前にはラボ面になってもらう。
ラボ面？
ラボラトリーメンバーの略だ。このラボ面ナンバーを与えられた人間はすなわちラボの仲間となる。
いいの？
いやでもなってもらうぞ。お前は今日からラボ面ナンバー008だ。
Suzuha lowers her head, no doubt awed by my proclamation. You hear what sounds like a sniffle. Then she looks up, revealing a smile.
しょうがないからさ、実験台になってあげるよ。
まだ帰ったりしないよな。
もうちょっとだけ頑張って父さんを捜索してみる。
お前は今日からラボ面なのだ。何かあれば俺たちも手伝おう。ちなみに父親についての手がかりのようなものはないのか？
Suzuha hesitates a little. Then she stands up and turns to me. Her expression is grave.
私の父さんはタイターって名乗っている。
タイターってあのタイターか？
知ってんの？もしかしたら今は違うコードネームを使ってるかもしれないんだけど。
I don't just know about him. He's been active on @channel for the past several weeks. I opened the @channel thread on my phone and showed it to Suzuha.
見ろ、ジョン・タイターという人物が書き込みをしているだろ。
There's
これで謎は解けた。お前の父親はチャンネルにいる。
ああ、本当だ。
You say that very
おい
hesitantly.
なんだその淡白なリアクションは。
She is John
い
Titor.
や、この人じゃないよ。
なぜわかる？お前が今父親はタイターと名乗っていると言ったのだぞ。
私にはわかるの。とにかくこのタイターは父さんじゃない。
She knows because she is John. strange way to put it. It's almost like she knows who's behind John Titor. Ta-da! Ta-da! As if to answer my suspicions, Suzuha
ジョン
continues.
じゃないんだよ。私の父さんが使っていた名前は
Daryl Titor.
バレル・タイターって言うんだ。
Earl Titor.
That's the end of the chapter. Dogma, an event horizon.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save. That concludes this week's playthrough of Steins Gate. And
only
might
took
be the end of my stream as well. I don't know, I have to check with some people.
It only took us 3 hours.
Yeah, that's because I broke it in half, or it would have taken us 7. I'm going to take a short break, in which time I'm going to find out whether I'm going to keep streaming or not. I thank you guys for joining me for this game, and I will come back and do a farewell if I end up ending the game. But for now, I'm going to take a short break, and join me for the Steins Gate playthrough. Say goodnight, brother.
Good night, brother.
Alright.